Both campaigns.
That's weird how that's happening. Yeah, all right. I'm going to go eat a banana upside down. I'll be right back.
Okay, no, seriously. Are you seriously going to do it?
Yes, I really am going to do it.
Yeah, it works.
Okay, we'll see.
You.
If it
We'll
doesn't
see.
work.
Okay, we'll see.
Yeah. Just you wait.
Just
Also,
you wait.
you guys remember that super fun moment when, one of our characters drank a potion that could have helped our butts out?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
For 9 hit points worth of healing? Yeah. I remember that.
He's never had a potion before!
Also, the comparison to almond milk was a little questionable because, like, what is almond milk?
Well, it's milk from elves.
Duh. Have you never had milk from elves?
Well, seeing as I am an elf, no.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure when you were growing up, you had almond milk.
You're talking about suckling the teeth?
I said no such thing.
Out
That's
loud.
right, you eat your food. You eat your rice. The rice? It looks like rice.
Yeah. You eat your rice, maybe, if that's right. I'm not 100% sure.
It's not rice.
But you eat it. Whatever it is.
I'll make no comment on why you knew it was rice, but yes, it is rice.
Of course I know it's rice. I can spot rice from a mile away, or however far away you are.
Just proving my point.
Are we live?
But yes, rice.
Are indeed.
Rice, chicken.
We are very
Corn.
much so.
Oh gosh. Oh man. Well, hello guys.
Sorry, John.
This is what D&D is all about, guys.
BlueBoxRPG.
Vivi, what do your elven eyes see? See rice!
I see rice.
Oh,
Oh
lovely.
man. Is there people? Oh. Well, you know. Yeah. I know what rice looks like.
What's up, ridiculous? I just wanted to say ridiculous out loud. That's why I said hi.
Ridiculous. The back of your
Are we
head is
echoing?
ridiculous.
Are we echoing?
Echo.
Echo.
Every now and then, it almost sounds like Josh is a little robotic, but that might just be my headset. I don't know.
Gosh, sounds
He
robotic.
sounds fine to me.
I'm usually robotic.
Yes,
Mr.
yes,
Robotic?
Yes. Is there a specific person that's echoing, or all of us
Is it all
together?
us? Because it might be John's mic is on, possibly, and it's picking
Oh,
up.
good. Amanda's here, but she missed the whole beginning part, which is nice. So then
What's up, mystical unicorn?
She can't make fun of me about
Oh,
this.
She can rewatch it.
Oh
Hello, everyone. Now, if you're wanting to hear more about elven milk, or its
Oh, I just
beautiful times,
the window's open. All right, that makes way more sense.
come
Are you?
on,
Is he talking about elven milk still?
come
Yes,
try
he is.
it.
He's
Enjoy.
We only have one. Oh wait a minute. How many elves do we have in the party? Just one. Is there only one elf? Oh, there's two. Okay, so we can get milk from 2 elves. Perfect.
So anyways,
Brim will not say such things. Brim would die first.
And we've got the giggles early, ladies and gentlemen.
Brim almost died from a kiss on the cheek.
now the thing is, John has no idea about this conversation.
No,
so
I know.
we can make Vivi bust out, or you guys, either the viewers, make her bust out laughing with elven milk, and John have no clue why.
Hey, Phantom. Hey, Jack.
Hey, you know, Brim could have asked Gimbal what that potion was.
He could have.
Didn't he? I thought he asked, he said something
you asked
like,
if you could like trust him or something.
Yeah, I just said that you can
Oh.
trust him, not that what it was.
yeah, because all I asked was just something to heal me those 9 points, and it's like, yeah, you can trust it, drink it, and I was like,
Feeling
okay, sure, and so I like popped it back.
You can trust my friend.
So from now on, actually no, Brim still wouldn't know that. He would just know that he was healed.
From now on,
Well, you would have
stay
felt.
almond milk.
I mean, you could say probably realistically that the way you feel when you get healed by virtue or something else feels extremely different than what you felt from this.
Yeah. Because it would have
A
been
rejuvenation, a whole like vigor.
intense.
Yeah.
Vigor and rejuvenation.
You know, like,
Rejuvenation.
Feel that elven milk.
one of us
Pulse
is pretty
through your
much gonna
body.
die in this. It's just gonna be like, man, if we just had that elven milk inside of us. Like,
Oh man, look at that!
Elven milk will
Oh.
never be the same.
Oh god.
So,
Anyway,
hey,
so yeah, we're
is it
doing
easy to downgrade your character?
Sounds like it's going to be an interesting evening. Correct.
it's gonna be interesting to make a new character.
I have backup characters.
Hey, you guys, there's
I'm
still that little trick that this.
Eat a banana upside down.
Well, you know what I mean. Like there's a whole gimbal surprise.
Gimbal surprise.
Yeah, it's the new Revivify. It's you eat a banana upside down. What is that sound?
That's
Yeah.
you.
What is this? Oh.
Story.
Hear more about elven milk.
You guys were making me laugh too hard. I couldn't continue the video. I just started BSing towards the end of it.
I want to watch it.
No, it's really good.
Oh
I
my
still have not
gosh.
watched the Cavalier stuff yet, but I will tomorrow for sure, Terry.
Good
But
one today.
yeah, I know. I heard that. So awesome. All right, so be prepared. Before we get started, assuming things go as I suspect they will, this is going to be a lot of combat tonight.
We're all gonna die.
And it's going to be an extended effort. Also, I'm unleashing, and I'll mention this once we're actually on video live with the stream, that we're going to be unleashing the Tim crit tables tonight, which could be good for you. If you crit first,
Oh, is it that we're using them today?
Yep, we're using them tonight. And no, but they could be really good for you. And then lastly, I may hit you particularly toward the beginning. So when we get started in a minute, you guys are not quite there at the fort. So there's going to be an opportunity for some role play, some planning, since no one decided to respond to Rory in the Greyhawk Awakening chat channel.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
I chose to ignore it. Just kidding.
So and
Thank you for being honest.
yes. And so I may also occasionally ask you some questions. I'm going to start trying to put this into my DMing a bit. It's a thing I've seen done, which is, hey, you're in a certain area, in a scene. Terry, Shorewind, tell me, what do you see around you? What's in the air? What's on the ground? What's Winston doing? I'll give you opportunities to role play and kind of expand the story beyond the DM narrative. I think that's a good thing to do. And I did eat that banana upside down, and I don't think so because
Okay, wait.
I'm
How much of the banana did you eat?
Yeah. How big was the banana?
Okay.
I ate about half. I ate about half of it. It was a good sized
But
banana.
by upside down, how were you upside down?
I had my feet up. I had my feet up on a wall. I was pretty dang upside down.
Oh, you were feet up in the wall?
Yeah.
One hand handstand or
No, on my shoulders. I had my shoulders on the floor. I can't do one hand. I could do two. I've got that, but I
No,
didn't.
but you could do two.
did someone feed you the banana? I feel like you weren't trying.
No, I had my shoulders on the floor. I ate the banana.
No, but it's the line. You need the esophagus to be straight so that you can swallow to refix it.
Oh, so I've got to be on my head, not just upside down. I have to be on my
you should be
head.
on your head,
Throat
yeah.
is.
All right, let's go ahead and start our commercials for our sponsors, shall we? Good to see everybody with us tonight. Thank you so much for joining us.
Did you not catch it the whole time,
Dragon Crafting Guild guaranteed to roll more nat 20s. Except not really. John is amazing, and I've already got my first giggle fit, and we haven't even started playing tonight. It is unbelievable. I have all the players laughing at your DM. That's incredible. Great way to die tonight, guys. All right, so.
Elven milk.
Thank you to, good to see Blood Wild, Steve, Ugluck, Phantom, Pat, Chris, Crimson Ale, Ajax27. Ajax, give us a follow. I think you're new. I haven't seen you before. Mystical Unicorn, Owly B, all the followers of the amazing Vivi are here with us today as well. Ridiculous. And then everyone just really tuned in tonight to just to see Josh's baby face. Cleanly shorn. Hey, thank you for the sub, Retro Gamer Proto Woo, frequent winner, Atris Minis, one of our great sponsors. You see his logo up on the screen right now. Then let's look at the video from our newest sponsor, Cozy Gamer.
Sweating. Also, my abs are there.
Yeah, that's honors.
Oh my goodness.
So please check out Cozy Gamer and all my player. You're live on video now, guys. So they're seeing this amazing giggle fit, which has already gotten off track for us. You'll also see up on the screen now that Winston is joined by Shorewind.
Ron, I think you made a mistake.
Which mistake?
No.
Winston should be
No, I know where
you.
Exactly where you're
Oh, okay.
going with that.
Hey, you're right. You're right. Hang on. Let me do that right. There we go. All right. Is that better, Vivi?
Thank you so much. Where he truly belongs.
No, we can't do that yet. Maybe at some point in the future, but we're going to keep him up here where he belongs now. Welcome everyone to Greyhawk Awakening, the show where everybody makes fun of the DM and has a great time. It's going to be a fun show tonight. Thank you to all of our sponsors. We already played the video for Dragon Crafting Guild. We're actually going to give away.
Uh-oh.
Oh, died. He's dead. He's gone.
Oh, the mic pack. Batters. Batters out.
So we'll keep talking.
Okay,
It's,
he can speak this whole time. We'll just pretend like we know what he's saying.
Yeah.
You know, you do that with like soap operas. You mute it.
All right, minus 10,000 XP for all of you.
Aw, dang.
Did you hear what I was saying?
No.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything.
He said plus 10,000 XP.
yeah,
So we have this very cool Dragon Crafting Guild dice tray we're giving away tonight. It is gorgeous. It's got a D20 which rolls on that 20. Look at that polyurethane. See the lightning bolts that are shredding all over it. So this is the giveaway tonight. And if we have a really good show, a lot of viewers, we actually will have a second giveaway, a pair of these Cozy Gamer dice, which I referenced on the show Sunday. These are so pretty. They are multi. Let me pull one out here actually, because you got to see this. It's not really visible in that. So always the D20 is the one to show off, and it is. That's a D12. Wow, that sucked. Let me try again. The D20. They are strawberry, sort of red, white, glittery, gorgeous dice. And these also could be if we have a good night, and I think we're going to have a great night. All right. So with all that said, thank you to our two newest sponsors, Cozy Gamer, as I mentioned, and also Mantic Games. Mantic Games, makers of Terrain Crate, they are going to have a lot of new stuff coming to Blue Box in the next couple of weeks. So they messaged me this week. They've got new stuff coming. It's going to be a lot of fun, and we're going to have that as not only terrain stuff on the table, but also as giveaways on the stream. And last but not least, our two contributors to the artistry of the show, Atris Minis. Atris does all these cool paints. I'll just pull one up here. The incredible. Look at that. It is unbelievable what he did with this mini. And this is just typical of his work. Atris is one of our original two sponsors. Him and Dragon Crafting Guild were the first two. Thank you for the follow, Strange 1979. That's actually when I started playing. That's funny.
Strange.
Yeah, strange. Very strange. And then last but not least, Frederica. Frederica, she does all the artwork. So when you're looking at Winston or Shorewind or Brim or Millie or Lilith or Gimbal, she did all that artwork. And she's incredible. So our great sponsors, we are very, very thankful. Now, last thing I want to mention before we get started tonight is, pull this up, and I want to talk about what happened last time. And I don't mean the game. I mean the charity. You know, we had such an incredible night. So we were, and I'm going to bring this up, we were working with Save the Children. So this is the charity. You can see it here, Greyhawk Awakening, Save the Children. It's up on the screen right now. And we raised, let me skip past my, so we raised that night, I was hoping for $500. And I thought, oh, I can match 500. And we'd maybe get 1,000. That would have been beyond my expectation. I was so hopeful for that. And then it grew. And it grew. And it grew. And it grew. And we raised $4,000 in one night for Save the Children. It is one of the most epic nights I've ever had. I was so grateful. You'll remember I was crying like a baby. It was bad. And now Josh looks like a baby because he shaved his beard. And I don't know how many people really wanted to save children and how many people just really wanted to see Josh shorn like a sheep without wool. But whatever it was, it worked. It was incredible. And I want to recognize some of our biggest givers. So Loving Father, The Turtle, 50. Epic Jim, 25. Goodbye, Glorious, Sweet Beard. A Noble Cause, well done. Good job, everyone involved. We have an anonymous 2.0 for 400. Bree, 50. D&D player 888, who gave 8.88, because that's his name, and he actually won something on our Rediki, who's on with us tonight. Many of you. Christoph, half stash, period. He liked that. Then you had another anonymous Christoph with another 100. So thank you to Christoph and Greyhawk Online and the Orth Journal. What a great supporter of our show. Oran Noir or Hunter. For the record, it's for the kids, not the beard. Another anonymous, Hannah, and I can't read the rest of that. Oh no, the handlebar has to go. Somebody I think that knows you, Josh. Proto 25, DM Screening 25, Seekzilla, longtime friend of the show, $10. Another anonymous 2.0, $300. And he wanted an eyebrow, or she wanted an eyebrow. You did not give it to them, despite all their donations. And then also, Kimberly, 20. Hannah again, 15. Out BB, a good friend of Vivi's, another 10. Kiegia, Discount Bard. I don't know what a discount bard is, but they gave $50. Well, sorry to see the beard go. It's for a good cause. Love to Joshua. Shave for the kids, D&D dads. Rediki again. Renee Beauregard, dear Josh, Fable 42 fam is coming to help. Have a good stream. And we love the folks at Fable 42. Let's keep looking. 888 again. Terry, our own Shorewind / actually Winston, then Shorewind. Phantom NJ on tonight. $250 on that stream. Amanda, that's Carlos's partner on Castle Entertainment. Amanda Lysing, thank you so much. Kristen, Mary Millie, our own incredible Evelyn for the donation there. And then Captain Cade Cardinal, $20. Lord Gasumba, Jay Scott, $50. And Zombie Night, we're almost done. Pat, testing. And also gave other things. Evelyn, and just so much. We are incredibly grateful to all of you. It was one of the best streaming nights of my life, and I am just so thankful to everyone that participated. So before I move on to player intros, what happened last time, and I get into killing all of you, I mean playing the game tonight, does anyone have anything else you'd like to bring up about the charity? Or Josh, I think you would be really the man of the hour. What has been the reaction to what you've done, or anyone else that has comments?
Honestly, guys, I don't really have too much to say other than the beard is something that's easy to shave. It's just facial hair. You guys were the ones that really helped bring that night to life. All the loved ones that came out, all the supporters, everyone that came out even just for the second just to donate, that's what really mattered. The money that was dropped to be able to help kids all over the world, not only to feed them, but to keep them out of trafficking and to keep them with their families or into a life that won't just destroy them. You guys all did a great job. It's not about the players, it's not about the show, it's about what you guys helped make. So thank you.
Bravo. Go ahead, Roy.
You know, Josh, I am so grateful to hear you say that.
No.
Because it is, you're right, it's just facial hair. So, eyebrows are probably still
I'm pretty sure
I think his mic's turned off.
Also agreed about
Sorry.
the hair.
Went through a crazy tunnel somehow.
You are?
Wow.
You're moving? Your house is moving?
Yeah, everything's just shifting. So, John, that game.
Yeah, it was incredible. So thank you, Josh. I know it was just facial hair, but how long had you been growing that beard?
That was about a year to a year and a half, just about.
Okay, screw you, because that was like a 15-year beard for me. I could never grow that. Like I'm angry with you right now that you could grow that in a year and a half. But it was great. It was a beautiful beard.
I was gonna say, what is that drinking vessel you have?
It's his new
Like a
beard.
picture. Oh.
All right. So thank you.
No.
Thank you. Now the other thing I want to mention as our viewers are popping in, thank you for everyone joining us. You're just the best. And if you don't know this, if you're on our stream right now and you're following us and you're chatting with us, you are part of the illustrious Mad Chatters. You are the Mad Chatters. This is part of what makes Blue Box so much fun. It's not just the DM or the players, it's the viewers and the participation in the chat. We have one of the best groups. There's my hiccups. We have one of the best chat groups, followers. We just love you guys so much. All right. And the last announcement, virtual Greyhawk Con. This is coming up October 2nd through 4th. And you have the Friday event on the 2nd, which is the Open Greyhawk campaign. And that's actually being run with one of Carlos Lysing's Castle Entertainment modules. Thank you for the follow, Science Doc. And that's going to be October 2nd on that Friday. So if you have not signed up, have any of you not signed up? Players? Yeah, okay. So go on to the virtual Greyhawk Con site. I'm sure Evelyn has already popped that in the chat. You need to sign up for our Friday event to watch as we're playing with Carlos Lysing's module. I'm not going to give you the name of it yet, but it's going to be so much fun. I have special terrain I've ordered and prepped just for that stream on that Friday, October 2nd. And then this crew will be on Sunday, October 4th. And we'll have our Greyhawk Awakening on a special night, and we're still going to run Tuesday. So it'll be 2 sessions that week. And it's going to be part of an epic series, really moving the campaign story forward. It's going to be a lot of fun. So with all that said, Greyhawk Awakening, October 2nd through 4th. Make sure you sign up. If any of my players have not signed up, you automatically will be killed. All right, now let's move on to what happened last time.
Alright, so in our last session, we picked up where we had been left by the priest in the room in the gnome hold, with Bryn putting a sign up on the door and giving us some privacy so that we could discuss important matters dealing with life and death. Specifically, Bryn wanted to know that if any of us were to die again, in some cases, what we wanted to have done. And after a few moments, everyone made their wishes known. And there was a bit of discussion after that passed between the members of the party. Lilith sat with Shorewin, looking at her shiny brush while he polished his armor. And Millie gave Ashron a haircut, to a little bit of Ashron's trepidation. And And Brim and Gimbal began preparing for the fight ahead. After taking an evening's rest, the group met up with the Guardians next morning and began to plan the road ahead. Everyone began to gather their things, make every preparation that they needed, and then Gimbal let everyone know that he considered them family and told everyone that the decision was not his to make. He would not decide for them, so he wanted everyone to give their input.
So, Millie, you do sound a touch quiet.
Okay, let me turn this a little bit. Can you hear me
Just
better now?
yeah, just a bit. You weren't
Right.
bad, just a little bit quiet. There, go ahead.
All right. Lost my place. 1 second. All right. So Gimbal let everyone know that it was everyone's input on what we did next, as he would not make the decision for the party. Shorewind said he had to face the orcs ahead. Brim said he was ready to go. Lilith expressed some trepidation. She was not sure if she could put faith in the gnomes. She was concerned perhaps that they were a little overconfident, and she pulled Millie aside to share that information, to which the gnomes took a bit of offense. But Lilith then went into the corner and started doing something. She looked like she was praying, but it was unclear. And then Millie decided that this was the moment that she would share the reason why the bolt mattered so much to her. She gave a great deal of backstory, including what had happened between herself and her father, who she is currently holding quite a bit of a grudge against for him trying to kill her. And so she feels the need to see it through, but she also wants to stay by her friend's side because she finds that they are important to her.
Right.
After a few moments, Lilith turned and hung something that looked like a bolt around Millie's neck, to which she said, "Shh, I'll tell you what it is later." And so there was a little bit of curiosity exchange there. Then the group gathered their things. They were given a healing potion by Vaitana because Brim was still a little wounded from all the various fights that he had recently seen. He drank the whole thing and was completely healed. And then we proceeded outside, where Shorewin and Winston were reunited, as well as Lilith and Winston were reunited. Lilith got a wink from Winston. Shorewin gave Winston.
Oh wait! It's there. There it is. Love at first nay.
Shorewin gave Winston a bit of a talking to for not focusing on the task at hand. And then Gimbal did something a little odd, though it's Gimbal, so he requested a barrel full of fuel, a 6-foot barrel to be exact. And Brim questioned the group's ability to actually move the barrel, which Gimbal cast Shrink Item on and placed it neatly in his pocket.
And Gimbal, would you like to talk about that? Like what you did, how you made that happen?
So if I know what you mean, I think I know what you mean.
Shrinking the item. Yeah.
Well, yeah. So he had kind of inquired from his fellow gnomes to get some spells, and he obtained one and used a scroll to walk up to it and cast Shrink Item, reducing it by a 16th of his size, a total of a 16th of his size and a 4,000th of its volume. So it is literally the size of a moon.
Yeah, and it's important. Like there's a critical part that he said there, which was that he used the scroll. So Gimbal, can you tell all of our players and viewers what that means?
So that's awesome, because I was going to ask you to clarify this. If I understood correct, because that scroll is higher level, that spell is higher level than he can use.
Right.
even if he memorized it, he can't use it. He has to use the scroll to use
That's right. So you read from the scroll, it's now gone.
Yep.
So you no longer have that spell. It's not in your spell book. You had up to 2 levels. So if you had, thank you, Musing Madman. So if you were a third level caster or a second level caster, so 4th level cast second level spells, and you had a 3rd level casting spell or a 4th level, so you can go 2 levels above, but you can't memorize or put it in your spell book. You have to hold it. If you read it from the scroll up to 2 levels above, you can use it, but it's gone. And so you use this shrink item. Now you don't have that anymore. It was a one shot, and I think it was well played. So that was a good move. All right, good. Continue, Ellen.
Oh, it was well played.
Well played. The party continued on toward the fort, and they could see the orcs lining the perimeter on the tops of the walls, on the towers. But strangely, the dragon was nowhere to be seen. And as the group took in the scene ahead, far enough away that they weren't seen. That is where we ended our session last time.
All right, perfect. And so I heard from Ugluck that the sound seemed a bit distant. I have just chanked up. Thank you, Ugluck. It's all I have. I like you guys. Thank you so much. And who does that go to? Is that an advantage for the DM?
Oh, wow.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Way to just,
I turned up my mic too. So.
No, and I think it was actually a setting I had, so I've turned all of you up. And that should be better. And he's saying, no, it's not for the DM. All right, let's go through intros. Good. Thank you, Chris. So talk about your player.
Advantage for Winston.
Yes, advantage for Winston. All right, so your class, your race, your level, and then something about your character you'd like us to know. And we're going to finish up with Josh, who's going to give us our Monster Monday. And we're going to start. We're going to start
You
with.
always do that every time.
I know.
He's
So
never prepared.
He's never prepped.
I don't know why.
Let's start with you, Vivi.
Oh, okay. My name is Lilith. She is a level 3 Greyhawk wild elf druid. Her hair is full of secrets, also her pockets. And what is she up to? Who knows? Find out. Stick around.
Let's go to Evelyn.
Alright, hello everyone, I'm Mary Van the Ventomp. I am a level 3 half-elven swashbuckler. I like gold, whiskey, shiny things. And my best friend Lilith. She's my favourite.
Oh, I'm not wearing my Lilith shirt.
All right, let's go to Gimbal.
So my name is Gimbal. I am a wizard of the gnome type and illusionary type. I am a level 3, and I like big things to be little. Watch out, Brim.
All right, let's go to Terry Shorewind.
Yes, I am Shorewind Tessel of Corewood. I am a human cavalier with my trusty steed Winston, who apparently is gonna be gallivanting with other members of this party. Terrible.
And then let's go to you, Josh. Give us Brim, and then give us Monster Monday.
My name is Brim. I'm a half-ogre fighter. Level 3, hopefully 4, very soon somehow before we get to the fort. He loves milk, and he really doesn't want his friends to die.
All right, good.
Okay.
Monster Monday.
Okay.
So if you don't know this, our viewers, you have to guess what monster Josh is role-playing here. So Josh is going to give you the monster, and you put your guesses in the chat.
So this monster is just from the monster manual. It has not extended beyond that, just to help you with your clues. But this one's super hard to get.
Big D coming at ya. Stomp, stomp, it's coming along. Hard to hold the mic as I'm singing the song. I got a big head and little arms with a 9 in charisma. I've got no charm. I'm a beast on the streets, a carnivore of sorts, swinging at me with your tiny swords. I'm pretty beefy, and I got a good bite. so I understand what you're doing when you step up to this fight. Medium or smaller, I got you grappled. Chomp, chomp, cracking you harder than a snapple. Stop squirming your hassle. Hanging from my jaws make you look like tassels. Hard to get away when I'm speedy, you hear. Take me back to the amber, or prepare to live in fear.
All right, so before our guesses are read, I have one line I wanted to ask you about. Chomp, chomp, harder than Snapple. I don't understand that line.
Chomp, chomp, cracking you harder than a Snapple.
So how do you, what does that mean? Like, a Snapple's like a drink, right?
Yeah, so Snapple's
Oh, it pops when oh, okay.
Oh, gotcha.
Moondog said it's his ex-wife.
Once again, he's correct.
He's getting these every single time.
Every time. Moondog is on fire. Thank you so much. So I know this could not be a T-Rex or a dinosaur of any kind because you know they're forbidden on Blue Box. So what is it, Josh?
Yeah, Josh.
It's Moondog's ex-wife, guys.
All right, let's go ahead and get started. All right, so let me kill the pleasant music. And
you're killing.
Yeah, there's no pleasant music happening here. And so we are beginning. Let me pull the view up for you to see. So this is the party. You have with you, of course, let me pull up for all of our viewers. You have Shorewind, the Cavalier here. You have Brim, the half-ogre fighter here. You have Mary Millie here. You have Ashrin, NPC here, cleric. You have Gimbal here. You have Lilith here. And then you have Rayam, the ranger, Annaby Meyer / Rayam here. And then you have the 4 gnomes here, which were part of this strange group called the Guardians. And so the Guardians are all here. You're about a half mile away from the fort. So no one has seen you yet. You have an opportunity for planning, and that is where we begin tonight.
We just went right for that ominous music.
Yeah, I was like,
I mean, so Brim, you and I kind of mapped this place out a little bit, and you know, all the other gnomes know this area really well. Are we looking to do this during the day?
Yeah, it's sort of mid-afternoon now, just so you're aware.
I'm not sure. Honestly, when we first talked about it, I had hoped the dragon would be here. I'm not sure if it's for better or for worse for it not to be here.
Perhaps it's better because then we might be able to deal with it later. And your hope was to speak to it, correct?
Yes. I'd like to try and free it, turn it on its master.
Sure, then perhaps if we can clear things out, it'll make an easier time for us to try to have a conversation, because I think having a conversation with a dragon and a bunch of orcs around might be a little challenging.
Yeah. So that still makes this decision kind of difficult then. Do we attack now? Or do we wait and maybe it comes back? But, you know, really, it might be better at night.
Not all of us have good vision at night. Even I can only see the aura of a creature, and that's about it.
Ashrin steps forward. She says, I will defer to whatever you decide, but it seems to me we should attack when the dragon's not here.
Yeah.
If we wait till night, he might appear, but what do I know? I'm simply a cleric.
That's valid. So are we gonna just go in a straight line? I know Brim, you and I had talked about maybe splitting into multiple groups. Is that how does everyone else think that should go?
Gimbal, what exactly is your plan with that barrel there? I prefer everybody be out of the way.
Yeah, that might be a good idea. And Liz, can you like? Actually, I can too. But if one of us can like get a bird, or if Goran can help with this, but if we can get a bird that can drop it. Okay, so I haven't really explained this to you guys. I'm sorry, I just kind of like cast it on the barrel and walked away with it.
Yeah.
So
Some explanation would be nice.
yeah, and he'll wave his hand over his pocket, not touching his pocket. So you see, when the barrel gets hit, kind of tough. Like, so if I was to throw it on the ground right now, it would become full size again, right?
Oh, okay.
And so if it's like capped in the air and dropped, So, and he'll go on to very like nerd-like explain the math behind a 6-foot barrel containing roughly 5,000 liters, weighing roughly like 11,000 pounds, and just like nerd out on the math. So if we drop it on the watchtower on the corner of it, it's going to do a lot of damage and spread a lot of flammable everywhere.
I could acquire a bird, but not necessarily get it to do a command on.
Yeah, that's about where I'm at too.
I do, however, have a pouch. If anybody is good with a bow.
Well, Ram, I believe, uses a bow and arrow, doesn't she?
Rayam steps forward. I can use a bow.
Yeah, but can you hit this like 60 feet in the air?
She looks at you.
It's like an
She
inch
squints.
big.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Foxy, one of the gnomes, steps forward. She drops her hood. Raven black hair.
Gimbal, if you throw it, I shall hit it with a ball of fire.
Wow.
Well, I can't throw it that far, but what I was thinking is it might be helpful afterwards to do that, because the first hit just expands it. I don't know that maybe it would light it on fire. I actually never tested that before.
Gimbal, how hard does it need to be hit before it will expand?
Like if I throw it on the ground.
Okay.
So not hard.
So if we were to tie put the barrel in a pouch and essentially tie it to the end of an arrow, could we shoot it at something? Would that impact be hard enough?
It should be.
Question. Miss Nutcracker. You literally have a sling.
Good
This
to see
be
it.
the right size and the right weight-ish to be able to sling it that way?
Yeah, but
Funny you mentioned the Nutcracker thing, because although I do have a sling, I haven't been the greatest with it lately. My staff, however, more accurate. I think if Rayam is very positive, we could get a better, less chance of a miss, I guess.
But it's not so much so there's two ideas. It depends on how we use it. Do we slip it into a crack and just hit it and expand it in a wall? Do we want to drop it? Because if we want to drop it, it needs to expand in the air before it hits.
May I ask a question? Are we expecting this to be used as a diversion or as a way to kill everyone in the fort? Because I will say that I would prefer the first over the second.
Because your sister.
I'd like to take stock of those that are in the fort prior to us killing them if need be.
I think that's a really good idea, sure. And that's where if we drop it maybe on the corner and bust open the corner of it or a wall or something, the fluid would still spread, but it'd also open up an entrance for us to go into, and we decide when we light it.
The gnomes are sort of just watching Gimbal, following his lead.
Let's say I threw it really hard to hit into the wall. Would it break from my hand, just flying through the air?
No, I don't think so. If I understood the spell right, when I was reading it, the hit opens it, it just expands it.
Okay.
It doesn't matter how hard it's hit. That's why I don't know if Floxy's firebolt would do anything.
It is oil in there, Gimbal. If I hit the oil with fire, it will explode.
Yeah, but will it explode even when it hasn't expanded yet?
She scratches her head.
I don't know. I've never done it.
I mean,
Yes.
I would say the heat within the air would connect with the oil even though it doesn't have the same fumes that other igniting items would have.
Maybe
Rain
the...
down.
Yeah?
Lilith will look at Brim like confused, but also impressed. Like,
I know war stuff. Alright.
I believe the best use of this would be to use it at a side entrance and have a second group go through the front entrance. The more confusion among the orcs, the better.
Could we have 3 groups?
We could.
Why not?
There's
Maybe
plenty of us.
to block off an entrance. Because I was hoping that if we made that side entrance, we could all flood in the confusion towards them, but if they chose to run out the front, then we'd be...
Hey, Goran,
Yes. What, Gimbal?
do you have any spells that would be useful in this? Or I mean, would you be able to bring it up some height or?
I was wondering, Gimbal. I could make one of us invisible. You could walk toward and place the barrel.
Yeah. And then what?
Then let Foxy blow it up.
All right, we could do that. The thought is, if it falls though, the liquid will go further.
I think
Is the goal to kill them, as Brim asked, or to open the fort and allow us entrance in?
I will say I would prefer us allowed entrance in.
could we arguably let Shorewin be invisible and then he could look first? You said you're looking for your sister?
Indeed.
Perhaps maybe you want to go? As we don't know what your sister looks like.
Let me ask the gnome, would it also, this invisibility spell that you have, would it allow me to move stealthily? Because if it would not, then looks down at his armor. I may not be the best choice.
No, it would not.
But then you see one of the other gnomes walks over. Jimzik says,
I have a spell. I can make you silent as well.
Well, there you go.
Well, would it be easier just to have him doff the armor, go up to Gimbal's rock, take a look, and then come back to us?
You expect me to take off my armor when there's a battle that is going to occur? No, my armor stays on.
Would like us to save as many spells as possible for the upcoming fight.
Then the choice is to have another go. My armor stays on.
So that's, you know, I mean, it's a big giant rock if the barrel expands. So if you drop a big giant rock on the corner of the fort, it will break it open.
I can't believe all the Ashran hate in our chat tonight. Phantom, that's tough. Good to see you, Bill. By the way, I mentioned Bill. He's got some cool new stuff coming, Satcher Scorn, for Blue Box. And yes, I have the hiccups tonight, so everybody just get over it and move on. All right.
Hey, John, I'll give you $5 if you hiccup again.
Perfect.
So, I mean, we could do lots of different stuff with it, but if, oh, crud. I don't know.
All right, what are you guys doing?
I asked then, who is the stealthiest among us?
I mean,
Either myself or Gimbal. We're both pretty sneaky.
Then I would implore that one of you takes the invisibility spell and scouts the interior as best you can.
I wouldn't mind doing that. That sounds like a lot of fun.
so I know, so kind of along that idea, I don't know if one of you guys, and he points to the gnomes, I don't know if one of you have this also, but I could take a group of people with me. Sorry, Sherwin, but I mean, you said it yourself, you're kind of loud. But I can make a group of people invisible, as long as you stay close to me.
Oh.
So the other gnomes, they all look around. None of them have that spell.
Okay. So, I mean, if we wanted to do a group thing, we could potentially...
Everyone roll D20 for me, please.
7.
Is it all of us rolling?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, it's all of us.
I didn't hear it.
19.
19.
7.
Ooh.
7. Hey, me too.
Twinsies.
3.
All right, so Shorewin and Millie,
Yes.
off in the distance, you see what looks like a changing. You see some of the guards come down off the battlements. Others come up. There's movement inside the fort. And there's also a brief illumination. It looks like some sort of magic has been cast. There's a blue light that shines above the fort and then vanishes.
Gimbal, I just noticed something odd that came from the fort over there. There's a strange blue light that flashed above it. Do you know any magic that would cause that?
I mean, there's can I do like an Arcana check and see if I can figure that out? Collaborate with the other gnomes about it
All right, about what? I'm sorry?
to see if he knows anything about what that might be, or if the other gnomes might have an idea of what it is.
Okay.
Also, what she didn't mention is that it appeared that the guards were changing as well, so they may have a fresh set of eyes on the turrets.
Nimin walks over.
I don't know what that spell was, Gimbal, but it was something of greater power than I can cast. There is a powerful magic user in that fort.
Sherwin,
Yes.
your sister. Is there anything you could tell us about what she looks like, perhaps?
I can give you some information, but understand it's been some time since I've seen her.
How long since you've seen her last?
1 second. Grabbing my notes.
You saw her
Longer-
1 second ago?
My question is, has Winston met your sister?
No.
Okay, never mind then. Carry on.
There we go. She is slightly older than I am. We were born within a year of each other.
Ashrin says,
What exactly happened to her?
Why would you think to find her in the... Oh. She covers her mouth.
Brim's looking at her.
As a half-orc, she could be considered valuable to orcs. And he begins to think a little bit about how best to describe her. She had I guess what you would say, the orcish bone structure. She had a ferocity that you may attribute to the orcs, but at the same point, she was one who would go with me and talk about things that had nothing to do with war. Black hair. Kind eyes. And he sits, and he just kind of goes silent for a second.
Was she taken from you? How would she have been with these orcs?
It occurred after I had left home, after I had begun my training. My older brother took control of our manor when my father died. And I was sent to become a squire and learn the ways of knighthood. And he did his best. She was kept hidden from those in the surrounding villages for many of her younger years.
Oh.
She would have been looked down upon. My brother relayed me the information that she had disappeared one evening. He woke up the next morning with her gone, no note, no information. He knew that I was close with her, and he told me to keep an eye out. She knew what happened to our mother. She knew how she came to be. And to a certain extent, she may have wished revenge.
Oh my. Go ahead, Millie.
I have a question for you, DM. With my experiences with half-orcs from sailing on the ship, because that's how I learned Orcish after all,
Right.
would I know from them what the relationship between like half-orcs and full-blooded orcs would be? Like, would they likely be...
Yeah, so that's a great question.
Society together?
That's a great question. So generally, half-orcs would be spurned by full orcs, but that can depend on how much, racial mixing, any racial, it can depend on how much they look like an orc or a human. That females generally, which are half-orc, would be more frowned upon and spurned by orcs, but there is no hard and fast rule. That's just a generality.
All right, well, Millie, just hearing that, knowing that from what she's interacted with Shorewin, I do not wish to possibly dash your hopes of finding your sister here, but in my time of sailing, I sailed with a few half-orcs on the crew that I was part of, and in my experience, female half-orcs, more so than male half-orcs, are looked down upon in orcish societies. And we know this fort is mainly populated by full-blooded orcs from what we saw. So we very well may not find her there.
Quick question, reminder, didn't we also see some humans in there?
Yes.
All right, good. Indeed. But if I remember correctly, there were humans as well. So we don't know what's in there specifically. And I would rather not take the chance. I know that the orcs that initially abducted my mother moved to this area, hence the reason you found me here. And so I need to be sure.
That is very fair.
Ashrin says, "That makes sense, Master Shorewin. I will do whatever I can to help you find your sister."
Gimbal, did you perhaps see any females among the group that, when you looked into the fortress, I know you had taken stock of the numbers amongst were there any women of any kind, human or orc alike?
I think the humans were male, but of the orcs that I saw, did I see any female orcs? DM?
I'm sorry, repeat that.
Did I see any female orcs?
No. You saw no female orcs. You saw 1 or 2 humans and all male orcs.
Alright.
But there were 3 tents, actually 3 large, 1 small tent inside. You could barely see over when you were on the rock, you were kind of looking down. So I'll pull that back up here so you can see it on the cam.
Yeah, so there was a few different places that they might have been sheltered with like these tents that were spread out amongst the area. So what I saw, there wasn't any female orcs, but I don't know all of what was there.
So if you're looking at the Rory gimbal, so if you're looking at the camera at night, right? So there was a large tent here, a large tent here, a small tent there, and another large tent there. So you don't know what's in those, but you can even from this distance you can see there are orcs all about the parapets.
Mm-hmm.
Sherwin, I understand your need to look for your sister. If we're going to split up the group that's not with you, is there, I ask specifically for any distinguishing features you would know about so we don't attack her by accident?
Of course.
Or her name, something?
Githa was what he said.
Githa.
He told us back in the room.
Okay.
She will respond to Githa. She has come into contact with humans, of course, but through her travels, I don't know what other races she may have come into contact with. So I don't know necessarily her reaction. Depending on if she is a prisoner or willingly there, that could affect her as well. As far as significant features, some of the things I don't know if you have come into contact with half-orcs before, and truthfully, Githa is the only one I have come into contact with. But she has a bit of a sloping forehead. Prominent teeth, very similar to what you would think of if you've come into contact with orcs. And she was adventurous when she was young. He says he thinks for a moment.
Gimbal, how long are we going to wait?
She would oftentimes be reckless. And as such, she does have several scars. One on her thigh goes the length, roughly, from her knee up about 4 inches. And another on her arm that cuts around left to right. If you see those, you know you will have found her.
Sherwin, are you sitting or standing?
He's on top of Winston.
Yeah, I'm on Winston.
Oh, you're up. Okay.
He is mounted.
He is mounted. He's mounted his steed. Okay, then you're too far away. That's fine. Okay. I think we'll do our best to keep an eye out for her.
Yes. Well,
So the plan.
should we use Gimble's invisibility spell perhaps then to see if we can get in and find her at all? I don't know what that magic we saw was, but I don't know if it's going to make it harder for us to actually get in or not.
Foxy's,
If we go in there invisible, I think we should have a backup plan in case something happens.
I think whoever's not invisible should probably be stationed nearby, ready to fight.
it's great to have Winston RPG with us tonight.
I know. I was gonna
so,
say, wait.
Foxy walks over. She says, I don't mean to intrude, but understand, invisibility could be useful, but inside the fort, we have already seen there's a powerful magic user. He may be able to see through it. I don't know this. I just offer this as speculation.
I would agree with that statement. Having seen magic used before.
Well, we have an idea of how many people are there. I think we should just divide our group and figure out what we're doing, I suppose. Diversion?
Well, I don't know. I think we really have just a couple options. Do we divert and go in? Or do we go in stealthily and with a second group? I think 2 groups is what we're looking at. And then the third factor is, do we go in now or early morning? Like at the break of the sunrise.
I'd like to go now while the dragon's not there.
All right.
Additionally, we have a chance for surprise. We know they send out patrols, and I would hate for us to be caught off guard overnight.
Well, I'm sure they know we're here already. My message has probably not gone unseen very long.
So, 2 fronts, or a front and a back. 2 fronts on the fort, and do we take Gimble's Rock in the backside, or we're attacking now?
I'm sorry to prolong this any longer, but I worry about splitting our group.
All right, so you guys can see the fort here if you look at your stream. So you are off camera, beyond this point. You're about a half mile away, as I said.
Right.
But you remember the fort, and you can kind of see it in the distance. So you've got some rock formations. Here's Gimble's Rock that he stood atop. There's rock formations to the side. There's some trees. There are sentries. These are the sentries you saw in the distance. The blue light shone up from this tent. When you saw that magical light, it blossomed from this area right here where you're seeing that green light on the camera.
Okay.
I'd like to make a suggestion. I've fought numerous battles. I'd like to suggest your barrel of oil be set on the right side and blown up to create a distraction. We can then push through the front gate and take them. Most, I hope, will be attempting to find out if that explosion is an attack on that flank.
I was thinking something similar of explode the front gate and then attack that back tent.
How will we get in if we explode the front gate?
I throw you all over. I'll think about that later.
Winston looks at Brim, confused, and I just pant at Winston's head.
No, Winston actually kind of prances like he understood, and he neighs with an aggressive sort of no thank you.
I actually speak for Brim's ability to throw people very far. It works well, actually.
So, I mean, the whole fort's made of wood, right?
Yes.
So if we wanted to distract them, why wouldn't we start, 4 little fires all around it?
If that is a possibility, then yes, let's do that.
Perfect idea.
I was not aware you had 4 of those barrels.
Oh, I only have 1. I'm just saying, if we actually lit
fires at the base
fire at the base of the... Yeah.
Do we have the magic to do that?
I have a flint and steel.
Just as well.
So if our group went around, or just a couple went around, and maybe 2 small groups went around and started lighting small fires, we could prep back here and take the kindling with us. Light the fires. They shouldn't notice them until they're too big.
Agreed.
There might not be monstrous fires, but at least they'll get their attention.
Would it be better then to start on the backside of the fort, light them around so that we're at the front of the gate when
Yeah.
we start to notice, and then possibly come out to try to extinguish the fires on the outside?
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
All right.
And maybe Ashrin could prop up on Gimble's rock or something and start picking them off.
In Realm or Ashrin?
I could do this thing.
Ram.
Yeah.
Ram.
Ram. Yes, with her bow and arrow.
I could do this as well.
We might want to closer by, Asher dear.
That's why.
We very well may need your aid.
I will be ready. I've rested this night and my God has given me great power for healing. I will use it as I can.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. So perhaps then we start at the back of the fort. We split temporarily to get the fires lit and meet all at the front of the fort.
Are we sitting?
Well, I gotta make it known, if I cast the invisibility spell, you gotta stay within like 10 feet of me.
Oh, so we're going to do it with the invisibility spell. So perhaps we start...
Or, I mean, we don't have to, but
we could work around the fort then.
if we don't go invisible, we might be seen.
That's true. Yes.
How does the invisible? Just a question. Invisibility spell work? I thought if you're going to do an action, then it negates the invisibility, or
I'll look at the verbiage, but I think it's an attack action.
Yeah, Foxy looks up. No, lass, it's only on an attack. You can move, you can manipulate objects, you can pull levers, you can drop barrels, you can do all these things, but you cannot attack, or your invisibility will vanish.
Okay.
So we could create a fire though with it, and be fine.
Okay.
All right. Well, then perhaps we just move around the fort, starting on one side, make our way around and back to the front, and then whoever stays behind that is, for whatever reason that they need to stay behind, they can be there in wait, and we shall proceed forward.
And we'll save the barrel then.
Yes.
She's looking at Gimble's pocket.
Yeah, we can save the barrel, and if there's, say 5 of us or 8 of us or whatever, that's just more, as long as we all stay close, to kind of like maximize this use. A lot of us could carry kindling, and then each person have a good bundle and set it down. Millie, you could light it, and we just move on, and that way we can carry a lot with us.
Well, would they see the kindling? Like, you may be invisible, but they might see floating.
No.
Nope. Okay.
This takes the record, I think, for the most planning before the attack I've had in my cabin.
We need to plan.
I know, and that's not an insult. I love it. This just shows the fear I put in my players.
Oh, we're scared.
It's fantastic.
Indeed.
I think it was the mention of the Tim crit tables that.
Yeah, I know. It could be the Tim crit tables. That
Also, the many mentions of death and the very ominous music.
The TPK, the ominous music. Yes. And you mocking me for my hiccups. Yeah, it's all coming.
I tried to help you, John.
I'm teasing.
I was laughing at Josh.
Earn
I
her
wasn't
banana.
laughing at you.
Yes.
All right. So
Elves milk.
Banana girl.
the ever-present DM question: what do you do?
All right. So
What
We
are
will-
you? Oh, I thought.
Wrong prompt. Yes, Gimble, I think that's a good idea. If we can all stay with
It seems very wise to me. I'll keep my flint and steel ready, and we can move quickly, I think.
All right.
I'll be here.
So are we as a group or a portion of us? I don't know. There's no limit on the spell as far as who's affected by it. You just got to be within 10 feet when I cast it.
All right.
And then if you leave that radius, you become visible. I do
Right.
believe if you come back in, you become invisible again. If you attack, you only lose your invisibility, not everyone.
How close is Gimble's Rock to the fort?
Oh, it's like 30 yards away. It's very close.
Perhaps then everyone can be within the radius of the spell, and then we lead those who need to stay a bit back by the
It's not
Hello?
gonna last very long.
Oh, all right.
And what's our distance currently from the front gate?
You're about half a mile.
Half a mile? Okay.
So we're gonna have to get pretty close before I cast it.
All
and
right.
then our goal would be to drop in light, drop in light, drop in light, drop in light.
Gotcha. All right. Well, that seems.
And then enter from the front door.
Basically get the fire set, come the rest of the way around, and wait for them to come out to try to put out the fires that we set.
Sounds good.
Right. So Ray and
it's
time to begin.
Ashrin, all the guardian gnomes, they're all staring at you like.
All right. Well.
Is Ram tapping her foot as per usual?
Yes, she is.
Probably.
Impatiently tapping
She's
her
tapping her
it.
foot.
She's stomping the thing down.
She's playing with her
So
hair,
should
but
we-
she's furtively glancing at Shorewin occasionally because she really feels bad about asking about his sister in that way. So she's still feeling compunction over that. You can see it on her face.
So what if the Millie, Gimbal, and the gnomes go about this?
Yep.
Just typically being more stealthy. I don't know about the rest of you guys. How
I'm
stealthy?
not sure when. Come on.
As long as he takes his armor off.
The drums bit falling down the stairs.
Yeah. The war drums.
I know how this ends. I've had it happen in other campaigns.
So
Okay, are you ready to set out then?
Yeah.
So the gnomes and Millie are going?
Yes, Gimbo and I
Yeah.
and the other gnomes, I think.
and then we just need to collect up all the dry brush that we can, like
Along
sticks
the
and
way.
twigs, and
Okay.
or even ahead of time, like even where we're at right now. Like,
Yes,
so
I
we
mean,
can-
this
so
would
we're
be
not
great.
so close.
This would be a great time to collect things
Collect
rather than hunt around when we're closer. So,
All right.
Yeah, take the next
Yeah.
whatever time it takes to get a good bundle of sticks, like a hardy bundle of sticks.
Well,
Okay.
we'll Ram and Ashen, well, we kind of discuss if you guys want to start collecting kindling, and we can get all that stuff ready to head in.
Rayam looks over. She just nods. Ashrin says, "Sure, we'll do this. Yes." The two of them, they begin moving off, gathering sticks and wood.
The gnomes collect as well.
Yeah. So I have the gnomes here, and I thought so. If maybe I misunderstood. So tell me. I thought that Gimbal was gathering them to him for the invisibility spell. Did I misunderstand?
Nope. I was just wondering if they were going to, or if they were just.
we're not casting the spell until we're
Yes.
closer.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you guys tell me what they're like. These NPCs, at least for this, but once we get to combat, we'll do something different. But for now, you tell me what they're doing.
Lilith will ask the gnomes if they'll also collect kindling.
All right. So they all spread about, and in moments, all have come back, and there's a good pile of wood. Let's see. here.
Before they come back, Lilith will try to gather their group together, just our group
All right.
together.
Just the wayward bolt.
All right.
Just
So
the wayward
all right. So now just the wayward bolt. The five of you gnomes, Rayam, Ashrin, all away. Winston still mounted by Shorewin. All
How
right.
does that work?
You have them.
So Lilith will dig in her pocket. It's the same kind of pocket that she had Gimbal's rock in, that she kept her hand in. You guys will notice then when we were down in the wherever the caves. She pulls out instead of Gimbal's rock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the same necklaces that looks like what Millie's wearing around her neck. And she'll go around and she'll start placing them around each of your necks. I know I was being a bit weird in the cave. I wasn't praying. I have a spell to soften and manipulate stone. This is Gimbal's rock, and I've shaped it into a bolt for us, the Wayward Bolt. Brim, you know a little bit about this, but I come from deep in the Vestvi Forest, where I left my clan, which is something that's something that wasn't an easy choice for me, and I'm not sure, to be honest, if I'll be welcome back. I didn't know what I would find when I left, but what I didn't expect to find is you guys. And what I've always known as a Grugak is not to trust outsiders. They're frowned upon, and people who worship money or value money shouldn't be trusted. And Millie, especially you, have proven the opposite of that. And since I'm not sure if I'm going to be welcome back to my clan, you guys are my clan, and we are the Wayward Bolt. And you taught me that what I knew and what I've grown up to know is not true at all. So if you guys would accept to be a part of my clan, and she'll come around and she'll put the necklace around everybody. She'll ask Shorwin if he could unmount Winston so she can reach him.
Or commonly called dismount.
Demount.
Demount. Unmount.
You can demount Winston and then you can remount Winston after. And she'll have one more. That's the string you guys will notice is the dress that Brim had bought for Lilith at the store, at the local store that she cut up to make a string. And the bolt is made out of reshapen Gimbal's rock.
Okay, that is first of all, bravo, fantastic, love that. But there's a really critical question that Triple Eight has asked: is there a necklace for Winston?
I was just about to get that.
Okay, sorry.
Winston's is not a necklace. His is on a string that she shall braid into his hair. So he can also be a part of the Wayward Bolt. So now that Sherwin has unmounted,
it's all a ruse.
She will climb on. Just kidding, no. She won't climb on, but she will braid.
The orcs yell in the distance, "Our jobber's done, she has the horse!"
All right, you see Winston actually, Winston drops his head and kind of turns sideways and lets you braid his mane. He is becoming more and more comfortable with you.
Into his mane and fix some of the flowers that were already in there.
All right, so all of you now have these gorgeous Wayward Bolt necklaces fashioned from Gimbal's rock by Lilith's amazing work.
Millie's gonna come over to Lilith and she's gonna look at Lilith and say, in Elvish, she's saying, "We are not sisters by blood, but we are sisters by choice. And I am glad to be yours."
And now Lilith is crying. IRL and in-game.
And I can't remember if I gave you guys my answer. If I die, I want to be brought back. My job's not done. And so I'm going to do my best in this time. And those that can see it, his hands are at his side, but they're slightly shaking. I'm going to do my best, but his face is still that brimstone, that hard as stone. I'll do my best to protect you, which is why I'm worried about going in two groups. But I will wait here for you to come back, as it'll be every day, as we're by each other's side. Even if death takes one of us, We'll be waiting for the others from the other side.
As you say this, you see Asher and Rayam, the gnomes. They're all started heading back toward you. They all have sticks under their arms and carrying wood. You're all hastily brushing away tears.
Quickly before they get there,
Yes.
Gimbal, often standing next to Brim, perfect head level to see his hands, will just kind of tap and then grab one of the fingers of Brim. Kind of like a little child, tug on his finger. Hopefully nothing bad happens. Tug on his finger, and hey Brim,
Yeah?
can you come down here? Hold on. And he'll no, can you come down here?
Yeah. And he, like, leans down. What's up?
Just real quick, they're almost back here. So I hate to make this rush, but experiencing what I've experienced. Make your peace now. Coming back or not, make your peace now. And the burden that you seem to carry, make it now. And then he'll kind of, it's rushed because they're coming back, so it's like he can't really explain himself. But
He just kind of puts a fist to his chest.
We'll see what happens.
He puts the
and then
axe
he'll
on.
crawl up, even though he's gonna have to get down. He'll crawl up just one last time, just crawl up and sit by his shoulder and welcome the gnomes back. Like, come on.
All right, so they all come walking back. There is now a good-sized pile of kindling, sticks, bits of branches. Rayam has a huge bundle in her arms. Ashrin and each of the gnomes fairly equal in what they have. And there's now a good-sized pile of wood, and you can see that there.
I'm sorry, I didn't know that Winston had his own prompt.
He does. He does.
You just saw that?
This week.
Yes.
He does. Yeah, he does.
All right. So now all the gnomes, they're looking at you, Gimbal, like,
Okay, let's go. We gotta, when we get closer, split, Gimbal's Rock, and all of us and Millie will start at the back.
all right, so
Just remember, once we go, it's gonna be dropping light, so if someone else has flint and steel too to help Millie light, we can drop light and go, but we must all stay within about 10 feet of me.
hey, just wait, Phantom. All right, so I know I had no idea how long they would take. So we're about to go to break here, but I need to know exactly what you're doing because this is dangerous. I don't want someone dying because I misunderstood what they're doing. So you tell me exactly what you're doing.
Okay, so we collectively are all going to move together toward the fort and get as close as we can get out of sight. And then Gimbal is going to cast his invisibility spell to cover Millie and the other gnomes and himself. And we are going to take the various groups of kindling and sticks around the fort to place them at like 3 points, I guess, around the fort. And light them as we are going and moving together.
Okay, so
leaving the others back in the front where they are hidden.
All right, so now Gimbal's Rock is within reasonable proximity to the fort, so there is a chance you could be seen. So you're going stealthily there, in which case I'm going to make some rolls. Is that what you're doing?
Do you guys want to go all the way there? You might just want to stop on this side of it so you don't cross over.
That might be the safer bet.
Yeah.
All right, so you don't go to Gimbal's Rock. You're a bit further back.
Yeah.
You find another sort of rocky outcropping to hide behind, not quite as close as Gimbal's Rock. And then you have Millie, Gimbal, and the 4 gnomes, which I'll show here in a second. You have the pile of kindling, which you're all distributing among you, and the rest of you hiding behind this rocky escarpment here. And there we go. So that's the plan? All right,
Yep.
Gimbal, cast your spell.
Oh, can I do something really quick before I cast it?
Okay, go ahead.
Alright, so, Sherwin, are you on Winston again, or are you on the ground? Did you walk him?
Oh, I would be on him.
Yeah,
Okay.
I have him mounted here currently.
Alright,
Yeah.
I just wanted to ask, because that affects... So, Millie's going to look up at Sherwin, and she's going to say, "Don't die, shiny man. I like you." And then she's just going to go back to Gimbal.
Don't die, shiny man. I like that.
If Lilith can see his visible confusion, she'll kind of just tap his leg if he's still on Winston. Don't worry. If she liked you, you definitely know.
All right.
Shorewin is speechless, apparently. All right, Gimbal, cast your spell.
No, I said, all right then.
Oh, okay.
That was to Lilith, though.
Alright. Let's do
Go
it.
ahead, Gimbal.
Right, so Gimbo will pull out this gum-like essence of matter, and you'll see him reach up to his eye and pluck an eyelash as he kneads it into this substance, and he pushes it across his shoulder into his clothing as it starts to dissipate. And he says, "Neither see me, neither don't."
As he does this, Bryn, you're standing right next to them. You see Gimbal, Millie, and the 4 gnomes all vanish with their wood and their sticks.
And I have my flint and steel already in hand.
All right, they are all now invisible.
I knew they said they were going to do that, but that's still super freaky. Oh, crap.
You hear Gimbal's disembodied voice.
Freaks me out.
All right,
out.
All right, so Gimbal, are you approaching the fort?
Yep, the whole group will.
So, question: I know we're invisible to everybody else, but can everybody affected
Yes.
by the spell still see each other? All
Yes,
right.
we can still see each other.
Yeah. Oh, that would be a nice ball of confusion right there. Marco!
Oh, now I see you. Now I don't. Now I see you. Now I don't.
Marco!
All right.
All right.
So you can see if you look at the camera here. I've got the wide view up.
We are starting at the back of the fort, though.
All right. So you're going around the back side.
Yeah.
Okay.
To the left or the right?
Left or right side?
Left, right.
So
Right side.
Right side. Okay. All right. So there's some hills here, and you did nothing for silence. So I need Millie and Gimbal to both roll d20 for me, please.
For stealth checks.
Yep. Stealth checks.
Where's my stealth? Okay, there it is.
Plus 85.
Okay, that is a +7, so that's math. Hold on. 17.
15.
Okay. And Gimbal, what was
That
yours?
was hard.
15 for Gimbal. A total of 15. It's a 5 plus 10.
Okay. Wow. I rolled nothing lower than a 13 on those. That's really good. All right, so you all find your way to this back side. So it's difficult to see here, but I'll hit it with the laser. So you're all on this rock on the back side. You can see there is an orc atop the palisade, but you've made no sound. He does not see you.
Nice.
All right.
Way to stealth it, guys.
So I guess the plan is to then just push forward, get right next to it. So hopefully the vertical is a barricade, and we'll just drop and light, move, drop and light, moving 20 feet at a time, or 30. What would you say? 40 feet. 40 feet, and then drop and light. 40 feet, drop and light.
So you're going to drop the wood, light the wood, then move down and drop the wood and light the wood again. All
yeah,
right.
not like drop. Being careful when we drop
I get
it. So
it.
it's
Place
Yeah, but
Placing
once
it
you place it, you ignite it.
The whole time trying to be decently quiet.
Once you ignite it, obviously it's going to be visible, right?
Yep,
Okay.
absolutely.
All right. So, Gimbal, you begin moving along. The other gnomes, hushed tones with you. Millie, you place the first pile.
I'm gonna try to do it as quietly as possible too. Like,
As you light that first pile, it starts to burn. You see an orc atop the battlement. It kind of moves over. It's looking down. It starts calling to others. What do you do?
Keep going. Just execute the plan.
Okay, so you move down a little bit further. You plant the second pile. As you plant the second pile, as soon as the flame begins to burn, an orc on the opposite side of the battlement here, who had listened to the call of the first one, looses an arrow, and we will begin initiative.
Fudge.
I feel like we're on different sides of it. Do you guys?
Yeah, we have no idea what's going on.
All right, so I need to know before I move on, what are the four of you doing? 5. Sorry. Winston, Lilith, Graham, Ashrin. What are you guys doing?
Watching the fort, specifically the front gate, but trying to garner whatever type of information we can from
We know that
orcs.
All right. Well, you hear a disturbance. You see the first bit of flame start to come up. You see smoke through the air. The orcs start moving about the battlements as soon as they see that. Then as you see a second bit of smoke come up, you see orcs start firing arrows in the area. And that is where we will resume after the break. So, thank you so much. We've already picked up several new followers, for which we're grateful, but we have good giveaways. So, we're giving away for sure this Dragon Crafting Guild dice tray. We're going to give that away. We'll open that up right after the break. And then if we got to 60, yes, thank you, Lord Gasumba. He gave an advantage for the heroic Shorewind. We are sitting around 54, 56 viewers. If we get to 60 tonight, which I think we will, we're also going to give away these gorgeous Cozy Gamer dice. So we have up to 2 giveaways tonight that we'll have. One for sure, and a second based on us hitting our 60. And no one laugh at my hiccups, all right? Okay. If you laugh in my hiccups, that's instant death tonight. So we'll be back. It's going to be about 6-minute break. It'll be real quick. Thank you to all of our followers, all of our viewers. But we have one question for you. If you're watching tonight and you haven't given us a follow, or if you're already a follower and you haven't given us a sub, we have one question for you. What are you doing? Give us a follow, give us a sub, help support the growth of Blue Box. We're so thankful. And by the way, 888, I know you joined a bit late. We shouted you out earlier for your gifts. Thank you all of you that gave so much last or 2 weeks ago for our charity stream, raising $4,000 in one night for Save the Children. Blows me away. I'm still just absolutely reeling in a good way from what happened that night. And now we'll see what happens with the combat as we come after the break. We'll leave the mics hot, and we will be right back.
See what happens with the combat. Only good things.
Okay.
Hey, everyone remember you have advantages. I don't know how many, but use
and
them.
I got a big thank you to Lord Gasamba for the Cavalier advantage.
Yeah.
DM has advantage too.
I'm really the Cavalier class. Did not know if I was going to like it, but it has been fun.
We're really enjoying Winston.
I knew it. There it is.
Yes, join later. John, I put in the Discord ways to get rid of hiccups. It says pull your tongue.
What's that?
There's like, I put in the Discord like a thing that says effective ways to like get rid of hiccups.
Well, your banana upside down didn't work yet, but I'll check the other ones out too.
But to be fair,
I didn't eat the whole banana.
I don't think you did it properly.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
You need to eat a banana, not with your shoulders can't touch the ground.
So I got stand on my head. Okay, all right.
Yeah. If you can hang off the couch, that's usually what I do. Or it says pull your tongue.
Yeah, all right, that makes sense. Hey, sorry to hear that, 888. Man, best of luck to that family. Greyhawk Awakening 13. Battle and death in the Krons.
Good times, great oldies.
Ooh, Amanda, what star spawn model did you have? Was it the same one that I had? I love that thing. I love Cthulhu models, like creepy models. Oh, they're the best.
I've been thinking about buying that like $300 one. That's just like
the big
this
one.
Big, yeah. But I don't paint any of my minis, so
I'll paint it.
You would paint that whole thing.
Why not?
Because it's huge.
I know it's huge.
Huge.
I'll paint it. This one's from Lance. Ooh, okay, yes. Send me a picture. Yes, or Amanda. Amanda does commission.
Ooh, Krons. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, no.
Well, you know.
My dumb brain went to Necrons from Warhammer.
I don't Warhammer.
I don't.
Blood for the blood gods.
Blood for the blood gods.
Blood for the blood gods. That's the only way to say it. 888 lost. Oh.
So, question. You guys were on the back side of the fort, right? And we were on the front of the fort.
Yes.
Yes, front and back.
Yep.
I'm gonna ask John when he gets back, but like, would we have been able to see that? The arrows being fired?
What? They shot at us.
Yeah. He said that we saw them firing, and I'm like, as much as I want to lead my party members to death.
Did he say you guys saw it or that we saw it?
I think he said we did, because we were talking about the 4 at the front gate, or at the front.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Hey, everyone still listening, I'll still totally use a Diddy if you give me a invisibility spell. Invisibility sphere Diddy.
Invisibility.
I just like calling out, I like calling out to the match chatters now for like spell rhymes. Because I'm not always so good at it.
I'm not good at it at all.
Or you guys, if you guys have one.
Oh no.
So funny story about that. I played a bard once, and
I'm not that good.
At Vicious Mockery.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Every time I used it, I wrote a stanza, a different stanza every time about whatever it was we were fighting, and it was like trying to think on your feet because you never knew when you were going to go into battle. And then immediately you're like, oh, I got to write this down. Otherwise, so I always hope to roll bad initiative on every fight.
Yeah.
Don't miss Bard.
What you at me? Gnome half tall and so small for once you.
Oh, saw him. Dang it. Not some him. Saw him.
Oh, there we go.
That makes more sense.
I mean, that makes sense too, but I mean, I like it.
I feel like this break is less giggly than the beginning of the stream. I had like uncontrollable giggles in them.
Yeah, because stuff just got real, y'all.
Now it's gonna be cry fits.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm busy creating my next character.
Yeah,
so, me too. Yeah,
I'm thinking about it. I'm
See,
like,
I have 2 picked. I don't have backstories written for them, but I literally have their names and.
Oh, good.
Their
I'll take your
classes.
other one, whichever one you don't pick.
Yeah, whatever one you don't want.
Well,
let me know.
Dibs
you
on
said
Winston.
you didn't want to do Bard again, so.
Dibs on
Damn.
Winston.
We ain't gonna die.
I'm playing
That's okay.
Winston.
Yeah, that would be good. Please come back as Winston.
You could still braid his hair.
Yeah.
Either way.
Perfect.
Winston.
Her face, y'all.
That's all I say the whole stream. I'd still be a part of the stream.
If
You know,
Lilith dies, what will Sherwin do for a steed when Winston dies? Oh.
Don't you say that.
It will happen.
Winston
Our bond
won't
is
die.
so strong. Excuse me, Terry?
Winston won't die.
I have a broken heart.
Winston
ow.
will live forever.
In
In
all
the
of
minds
our
and hearts.
In the minds of
I
Hans.
do have,
Shut up,
I do
get
have
outta
a
here.
minor fate chip left, and if it comes down between Millie and Winston, she's gonna use it for Winston. I'm just saying.
Wow.
Like the horse from the Neverending Story.
Gosh, I haven't seen that in so long. That dragon freaked me out.
Really?
It pissed me off as well. I'm like, that's a freaking
Did you
dragon.
read
The
Aegis
big fluffy
miniature?
one?
Please don't die.
Lilith will sacrifice herself to save Winston.
So we can't die tonight because Aegis hasn't finished painting Winston. So
See, Kiega gets it. It all ties back to the never-ending story. Like this anxiety about horses dying is all tied to the never-ending story.
At least there's no white rabbits.
Yet.
Not this session.
Nutcracker, go!
Pew!
Lilith, I choose you!
White rabbit! Da-da. Da-da-da.
All right, I'm pulling up a different camera angle here because you guys did something I wasn't expecting, so I got to get that ready.
Come on, John, you know that's how this goes.
I know.
That's how we roll.
I love that.
The Princess
sent you
Bride
the-
is the best movie ever.
I sent you some of the math on that also. I totally geeked out when you went on vacation.
Well, I could tell by the 4 character
do that
sheets you
when
sent
you're
me.
not- when he's not on vacation also, though. So, like, what's the difference?
Don't call him out.
The only difference is that John went on vacation. Everything else is
I had an excuse.
Yeah, like you're not geeking out all the time.
Yeah, no kidding. So, tell us, how many times has John dropped or knocked over our minis?
That was too much for me.
Yeah, you can't calculate that. It's too many times. All right, so here we go. We are back and live, and thank you so much. Now, before we resume the action, because I am fearing what's about to happen, let's give an
Why do you
opportunity.
have to say that?
Because I really do fear. So let's let the viewers. Anybody have any questions or comments before we jump back into the action? And I want to remind you, we have the giveaways tonight. We're giving away this gorgeous dice tray, D20, beautiful polyureth, whatever the heck he does here, Dragon Crafting Guild. It's incredible. That dice tray is a giveaway tonight. You're going to want that. And then if we get, thank you, Mark Views for the sub. We appreciate that. And then if we get to 60 and we're at 50 now, we'll probably get there. We're going to give away these dice tonight. These are from Cozy Gamer, and her stuff is awesome. All right, questions. Kiagia wants to know, Shorwin, if Winston is secretly a unicorn.
No, he is a steed, a horse. Oi. He's not a unicorn.
Triple Eight said if it's a TPK, the next adventure can start with Winston finding his new clan. Ooh, that's a good idea. Any other questions or comments? Let's see here. Hey, hold up now. What's wrong with a unicorn? Mystical unicorn painting wants to
nothing.
Oh!
Regular unicorns are bad, but mystical unicorns are fantastic. See, that's the difference.
Ah, okay. So is Winston a mystical unicorn?
Unfortunately, he has not attained that higher sense of being yet. He's still training.
So it's coming. It's coming. Hey, Set Monkey 13. All right. So we resume, and you can see on the camera there, you've got the battle action, and here we go. You hear orcs running around the parapets. Suddenly, they're all streaming toward the back end of the fort. With the fire that have been started, their attention has been gained. And so they start moving toward the back. The arrows fly.
Question, DM.
Yes.
Just as a point of reference, the minis are away from the wall. Is that just because of the layout of the terrain?
Yeah, I have a little bit of a slant, and I want everybody to see it. But you guys are actually up against the wall there, right? So you're right there against that wall. I just didn't want to have you on that dip where I have my two tables connected. So an orc arrow flies. 2 arrows strike the ground, nowhere close. They can't see you. They just see the flames. They're firing into nothingness. You guys hear this. All the rest of you, the other 4 that are here, 5 rather, you hear the sound of arrows and the shouts of orcs.
Okay, real quick. The ones that were on the front parapet area, did they move away towards the back as well?
No, they stayed, but you can see, you can hear motions inside, and you see others that are scaling up. So you see they're walking up some sort of stairs, and there are now additional orcs on top of these back parapets.
Okay, so I'm going to say to Brim, should we move forward? Is that the signal?
They said they'd regroup with us. I want to trust them and give them another little bit.
All right.
All right.
So what I will say is I am, me and Winston are fully prepared to charge, my pike in hand.
All right, so you're prepared. Rayam and Ashrin tapping her foot. Rayam has her bow at the ready. Gimbal, what do you do? You got Ashrin with you. You got Millie with you, and the 4 gnomes.
Can I actually? I'm just going to silently gesture to Gimbal. I'm just going to say, just kind of sit let you know that maybe we should keep going since we've gotten their attention. So.
Yep. Yeah, just reading off that body language, Gimbal's going to stay close to Millie, just as the gnomes would follow us.
Okay.
And just, if I'm understanding correctly, we're just going to continue to move and drop, correct? Move in place. Is that correct, Millie? Or are we going back? Or are we going away?
Yeah. So are you?
So basically, I'm going to follow Millie.
Okay, yeah. And what I'll do is I'll do this gesture and point towards the wall. So saying drop 1 more.
Okay.
And then we'll go back.
All right. So you move forward. You drop 1 more set of kindling and wood and light it. Is that right?
Yep. That's the objective.
So if that's the case, let's just drop it all.
Yeah. Big.
Bigger couple.
All right. You drop the remaining.
And as stuffed up against the wall as we can get it. Because I'm guessing before we've lit it, it's not visible since it's within our spell.
We're
still,
holding
right?
it. So we're holding it, so it's not.
So yeah. So stack it in as tight as possible against the wall, and then light it.
Okay. So you can see there, you have the wood stacked up against the wall. As you light it now, it's getting toward dusk. The sun is beginning to fall below the horizon, and the fires that you have lit have caught both sides of the fort here and here. You hear the shouts of orcs roaring upon the parapets. There's movement all inside. You light that last set, all of the wood that you have. As you do this, there are 4 arrows that fire into the area. Again, all of them hit different parts of the earth. They can't see you. They're aiming, they're shouting, but they don't see what's happening. That bit of wood begins to conflagrate, and now the fire is illuminating the sky.
And then Millie's just gonna turn and gesture, go, 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 go.
Which way are you pointing?
Just to finish the west of our path around, like basically in the direction of, yeah, to keep going in the same direction that we were going.
Perfect.
I don't want to backtrack.
As Lilith sees the smoke kind of billow up, she'll kind of like tap Brim, kind of being like they're still okay, kind of thing. Like, do you see it? Like they're still moving.
Gimbal will gesture to Millie that we need to stay very close. How long has it been, John, DM, since we have started the first, basically since we started?
Like 7-8 minutes. It's not been long.
Okay, we need to stay real close to the wall because the spell's going to end.
All right, so you're staying close against the wall and you're coming around that left side, continue your direction, is that right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, so you continue to follow along the wall, all 4 gnomes following with you.
Stealthily.
Arrows fire into the ground. They cannot see you, so they are missing completely. You now have fire started all along the back wall. You see the palisade begins to catch. You hear the shouts of orcs all around. And let me pull this up here so you can see it a little bit better. All right.
So we're getting near the front gate.
Yeah, so you are here in the front. Now the remaining 5 of you, you cannot see the party, but you see the flames spouting up. You hear the shouts of orcs all around. Now all the backside of the palisade is on fire.
Ram, I feel like you might be best on Gimbal's Rock, opposed to coming in with us. If you can pick off the sentries instead of them attacking us from above, that'll be very helpful.
I will do it. You see Rayam turns and she rushes off. She runs and she stands now atop Gimbal's Rock here, looking over the palisade. She's visible. You see orcs at the top of the palisade pull bows against her. The rest of you, what are you doing?
Shoot. Okay.
Lilith will look over at Brim.
Yeah.
We go now.
I guess we're going now.
Okay.
All right.
And which honestly might be best.
Because they're already by the front gate.
Yeah.
Okay.
As soon as Brim said yes, I take off.
And so Brim, just real quickly, you don't know they're by the front gate. You can't see them.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
But I'm just.
Yeah, you're assuming. That's fine. Yeah, okay. Yeah, just try to prevent the metagame, but yeah, okay, that's fair. You can assume, but yeah, you don't know. All right.
Just because she's visible, it's like, well,
We might as
guess
well
we're
go.
going.
Yeah.
And our amazing mad chatters are calling for a full frontal. All right, that's not good.
Assault.
All right, no, I've lost Vivi already. Oh. All right,
Where's
so
that other half of the banana?
For the elven milk. Wash it down.
all right, so are you rushing? What are you doing?
Yes!
Shorewind, Winston, what are you doing?
We're heading straight to the front of the gate.
You're charging the front gates.
Yes.
All right.
Guessing we can see them.
Brim, you're doing the same? Mm-hmm. Okay, so Shorewind and Winston outdistance you quickly. Lilith, you're trying to keep pace, but Brim's steps are much bigger than yours, and Ashrin is right beside you here. So you're charging the gates. The gates are still closed. We come back to the rest of the party. You're here by the side. You see your compatriots charging, so you can see kind of Winston here. The rest behind him. What are you doing?
To answer your question, Millie, the spell would be ending.
Okay, so they can see us now.
Oh, so now visible. All right, so you see them. All visible.
So then I guess Millie's just going to pull her weapons and be ready.
All right, so Shorewind, you get to the gates first. They're closed. Orc arrows are falling. It is initiative. Everyone rolled. No, so let's go to who won last time. I don't remember.
It's been
Millie.
since Gimble's resurrection, so I don't remember.
All right, so I'll just pick randomly. Let's go to Shorewin. You're up first. You're at the gates. Roll d6. DM has a 5.
I only have a 6.
Okay. All right. So as you charge forward. No, that's good. That makes sense. So as you charge forward, I'm giving the overhead view here. These orcs, there's actually a human here with a bow. There's an orc here, an orc here, and an orc here. They've all turned. They're looking at the backside of the palisade. As the fire begins to glow, everything is turning red. They don't see you initially as you approach, so you have initiative, but the gates are closed. What do you do?
Okay, first thing we're going to try and do is pull up sideways with Winston to the gate and see if I can kick them open. I got to see if they're locked.
Okay, roll a d20 for me, please. You can roll this at advantage if you wish.
Oh, then I am definitely using an advantage.
Advantages? Who needs those?
No, that advantage sucks. Okay, so that's a 9.
Total is 9.
Yeah, it is.
Winston raises his hooves, and in the first failure of Winston in the campaign, he thumps the front gates. They do not part. Brim, you're coming up behind. You hear Ashrin and Lilith running behind you. You see Winston strike the gates. They don't open. What are you doing?
Can I please see if I can break these gates?
All right, so you're going to run up to the gates. That'll be your full round. We'll come to you next time. Now we go to Lilith and Ashrin. Lilith, what are you doing?
She'll cast Shillelagh on her staff.
Okay. You see Lilith's staff begins glowing as she approaches. Ashrin starts casting some sort of enchantment. As she does this, all of you, so Shorewin, Brim, and Lilith, you feel something touch you. You have all been blessed. So you are now +1 to hit, +1 to damage, and +1 on all saving throws. Ashrin has given you a blessing. Now we come back to the party on the side. Millie and Gimble. You have the gnomes with you. You see the orcs rushing to the front. They're about to fire bows at the party. What are you doing?
Well, I'm going to charge toward the front gates as quickly as I can get there.
Okay, so you are rushing toward the front gates. You see Winston slamming his hooves against the gates. They rock. Bits of woods shatter off, but they don't break open. You see Brim rushing up to them, flexing his massive arms. He grabs hold of the gates right as you're getting there. What are you doing, Gimble?
Gimble will quickly look at the other gnomes, wave his hand, and run his thumbs down the vertical symbols that matches throughout them. And he will put his back, just moving straight to the wall of the fort, keeping his distance from the group, just basically getting up next to the wall, and he will he'll utter to himself, "Bending light, be my might," as he casts blur on himself.
So right here, is this good? Can you see on the camera?
Yeah, so pretty much from where he was, just getting he's wanting to keep some distance from the group as they all gather attention to them. He's wanting to stay away.
Okay, good. Have you done anything yet with the barrel?
Nope, it's still in my pocket.
Okay. All right, you get close to the wall. You see the other gnomes, Foxy, Gorim, Jinzik, and Nimin. They all start to spread around the area. You hear them begin casting.
Yes.
you see Gorim rushes towards you.
Mm-hmm.
He lays a hand on you, and you suddenly feel you are hasted. So you have an additional attack per round, and you have additional movement available.
Is that for my rapier or for my dagger? The additional attack?
No, it's your primary attack. So you get one additional attack with your primary weapon at full attack bonus.
Rapier. Okay.
Yep. He touches you. All right, and the orcs fire. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. You hear the sounds of rushing inside. You have a human here. Let me turn that. You have a human here atop this parapet. You have an orc here, and you have 2 orcs here. These 2, actually both fire at Brim.
Question: did
Yes.
Ram take her turn?
She did not.
No, she moved up to the top of this Gimbel's Rock, so that was her turn. That movement.
That was.
You did that.
That was fired.
She was already on Gimbel's Rock before we even got over there.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's
That was
fair.
prior
All
to
right,
initiative.
all right, yeah, I'll take that. So she's gonna fire then at. I fought in your general direction.
I fought in your general
I love that. All right. She fires at the human. Oh, first roll is 3. Second roll is a nat 20. Okay.
Bring out that table!
Now we roll to confirm. Is this the first appearance of Tim's crit tables? Let's see. It's a 12 plus her. That is a crit. Oh my gosh. Okay. Here we go. They call me Tim, so I'm pulling up the Excel sheet. Hang on. So I'm going to let everybody see this so they can understand the diabolical nature of Tim's crit tables. I want them to see what I'm looking at here. All right. So I'm going to switch to my monitor view. No, it's good for you. You're actually the crit. So I'm going to roll percentile dice, and I have these tables. And so what you're looking at here is like a 1, like literally, I love my Middle Earth crit tables, but there are more blocks of stats. Tim's are so individual, 1s and 2s and 3s and 4s and 5s and 7s. Everything is different. They're so detailed. So if you're looking at this, you can see if I roll a 15, it's just a ×2. If I roll a 35, it's a ×2, but it's a level 2 crit at the head. So H is head, B is body, A is arm, L is leg. All right? So I'm rolling percentile dice now for Rayam. And that is a 60... No, sorry, a 76. So I'll go to 76 here. Oh my gosh. That's a ×3 with an 11 level crit, and I'm piercing. So, and then this will be much quicker in future sessions, but I'm just now working with all these crits. I'm going to print out all these sheets so I have them. But I'm going to...
Look at how lovely we all look.
I've all become the
crit table.
I've never looked better.
Me too.
I've always wanted to be words.
One might say you can read me like a book.
I love how that works. That's so cool. So those are the blunt crits. Now we're looking at the piercing crits. And we go to an 11. And the 11... your weapon drives deep into your opponent's shoulder, damaging the nerve, paralyzing the arm, stunned for 1d10 divided by 2 turns. Afterward, you'll have to pass a hard T-test. I'm modifying all these for D&D because these are made for multiple things. All right, so that's all I needed to know. So what happens? Rayam, as she throws or shoots her arrow, here, you see this human takes the arrow right in the shoulder, falls off the parapet with a thump, and drops to the ground. Now, the orcs attack. And we have the strike of the first Tim crit, and it's actually in favor of the party. That's pretty cool.
And here comes the second one, not.
All right. Brim, an arrow hits you. A second arrow glances off your leather armor. On this side, these two are firing at Millie. She's the tallest. They both see her.
Alright.
And your armor class now, Millie, is what?
Hold on a second. My armor class is at 18.
First one misses. Second arrow hits the other orc.
How many?
Misses. Hits. So you're hit twice with arrows. You take 6 on the first die.
Ouch.
3. So you take a total of 9 points of damage. 2 arrows pierce you.
Good.
You hear the movement and rushing inside the fort. We go to initiative, second round. So you won last time. Roll again, my friend. DM has a fat one.
Come on, I guess this 6 will do it again. I like this die.
Yes! All right, Brim.
Rolling this puppy right now.
Brim, we go to you. You've reached the doors. Go ahead and roll a d20 for me, please.
Am I allowed to use one of my inspirations?
Yes, your advantages or inspirations?
My advantage, sorry.
Yes,
advantages,
yes, go ahead. Yep, roll with advantage. Mark that off.
Natural 19 on it. Plus if we're going strength.
All right, Brim. You slam into the doors, and I think my doors actually open one way, but you bust them in, so you get the idea. And the doors are now opened. You go ahead and role play that for me, Brim. What's that look like?
So he sees Winston try and kick and just breaks it. And then as it breaks open and he has the axe in hand, he looks out into the open and just
Woo! All right, morale check happening now for some of these orcs. That was nasty. Okay, all right, Shorewind. This is all simultaneous action, so the doors are still closed. You see Brim begin to pull on the doors. What do you do?
All right, well, it's time to do my, where is it? My speech.
Yeah.
Lion's Call.
Lion's Call, thank you.
You're welcome. That's what I'm here for.
We are so close to 60 in our dice giveaway. Tell your friends, join us.
As you have seen Brim take and pummel the door, these orcs are no match for us. They are merely standing in our way. Let's push forward and take this fort for our own.
And tell everyone what they get. Yeah. Everyone is in earshot, by the way, so you get the whole party.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
So you can see it here. Like everybody's right there.
Everybody gets +1 competence bonus on attack rolls for 3 rounds. And that nobody's frightened or panicked right now. Equal to my charisma.
What's your charisma? How long does that one last? Yeah, I don't know if a button got pushed or what.
Yeah, like occasionally I'm not even hitting the wrong button because I'm looking for the wrong view. It's when I hit the sound sets, I have the views at the bottom. I hit the sound set and I hit the button at the same time. So sorry for all of our viewers. Would you both please repeat that?
Yeah, so once again, what everybody is getting with Lion's Call is they get a +1 competence bonus on attack rolls for 3 rounds, as well as a competence bonus of +2 on your saving throws against fear.
And does that last the same number of rounds?
Equal and, yes, same number of rounds,
Okay.
so 3 rounds.
Okay.
Cool.
Every time you say that, that's like you can't not.
Yeah.
I still have our charity thing up. Let me hide that. There we go. All right. So, you call this out. All of you suddenly feel this surge of energy and inspiration from Shorewind's call.
your thews are suddenly infused with power. Your minds are encouraged and enlightened. Your hearts are lifted by the call of the Cavalier. And now we will go to Gimbal. So Gimbal, you're here. You're right up against the wall.
Oh, you're muted, I think, there.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I think so.
How far is Brim from me?
Brim is about 30 feet.
Ah, crud. Gimbal will just move his full distance, 20 feet, sticking against the wall. Oh, that tree there, the tree that's behind him, does that go all the way up to the fort?
Yes, it does.
Like, would he be able to climb the tree and sneak into, the window? Would he be able to hop the fence?
This tree right here?
It's a yellow tree.
Yeah, I just zoomed on it. You see that?
Yeah, that one.
He's like this tree.
So if you can tell me what month it is, I'll tell you if you can climb it. I've set every single stream, Mr. Statman.
Oh.
There's a reason the tree's yellow.
I mean, I know it's like a fall, autumn time frame, but...
What's the month? What's the month?
Moir?
I no, you don't count. You don't count, Evelyn.
Patch Adams.
Patch.
Something patch.
Patch. Everybody on the stream knows except you, Rory. It's Patchwall. All right. Yes, you can climb.
Everyone's like, these things.
All right. So you climb the tree, yes?
Patch Adams.
The best part was Evelyn and Libby pointing to walls that aren't even.
You can see these trees.
All right. So you're climbing the tree. You do nothing this round except climb the tree.
So I was making
Yeah, just climbing the tree and not yet peeking over.
Not patchouli. No, not patchouli. All right. So you're not peeking over. You are peeking over.
Not yet peeking over.
Okay. So you're climbing up the tree.
Yes.
All right. Now we go to Lilith. What are you doing, Lilith?
Is there anybody in my face?
Yeah. So you can see there is an orc atop the wall here that's firing arrows at. Hang on. Pivot a little bit more. This orc is firing arrows at Brim.
Okay.
Here. And then there are two orcs on this side that are firing arrows at Millie. You can see all four of them. Now through the gates, you can dimly see there are orcs rushing forward here. There are several of them with spears, with swords. There is a cacophony of orc voices.
So nobody within like melee range.
No.
And how does it work with you for switching weapons then? Because I have my quarterstaff out right now.
Yeah, so if you want to drop the quarterstaff and pull the bow out, I'll let you get one arrow off, not two.
I will then Lilith will cast Entangle.
All right, where?
On that. Hang on 1 second.
Where is she casting Entangle?
I'm just checking the distance on on that.
Yeah, you're only about 20 feet from the gates right now, so...
Okay, so the range is 400 feet. So whatever she can see, like a good cluster of them, she'll try to get those ones that are all together.
All right, so let me pull up...
radius spread.
Yeah, let me pull up the wide cam. What's the radius on it?
40 foot.
40 foot, all right. So you have a couple of choices.
Okay.
Can you see the wide cam here, right?
Yes, I
can,
yeah.
There's only one here, and he's firing at Brim. There are two on the parapets. You see Gimbal here, he's climbing the tree. Inside, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4 that are in a 40-foot radius, and they're charging the gates.
Okay.
So you can cast on the parapets to stop the arrows, or you can cast it here to stop the ones charging the gates.
I'll cast it there to stop the ones charging the gate.
Okay. And the DC is?
So this DC...
As Lilith holds out her hand. Suddenly vines
Reflex save?
sprout from the ground. Yes.
Reflex save.
Yeah, so reflex
it would be my
save.
reflex save?
Yeah, no, it's theirs. I need the DC.
Okay.
Your DC
So it'd
would
be your level plus, it would be 10 plus your caster level plus your
the level
wisdom.
1 spell.
Yeah, so it'd be 11 plus your wisdom.
Plus
Okay, my wisdom.
your modifier.
3 plus 3 is my wisdom modifier.
Okay. All right, so
So 14.
you actually catch 1, 2, 3 of them, plus the one that fell off the parapet. He's lying here paralyzed with a sword in his arm, spitting up blood from the crit tables. These 3, and they will make their saves. Nat 20. Barely saved. Oh my gosh, 2 nat 20s.
That's okay. Use them now. Use them now.
They sprint through. They already had momentum, so their orcish legs power through the vines. Now you still have in this area, there are vines that are growing, so any others that charge into this area could still be captured by it. But those 3 powered through it. Now we go to Millie.
All right, so I'm hasted, right?
You are hasted.
Good. All right, so can I get through the gates and get within melee range of anyone?
Yes, you're right there. So you actually can sprint between Winston and Shorewin and Brim, who has just ripped open the gates. Brim, you see Millie moving with a supernatural speed. She darts between you as a blur. Millie, as you get through the gates, you are confronted, and I'm going to move my camera here so you can see what's happening inside the fort. So now if you're looking, you see the rest of the party's out here. Millie, you've rushed through. You are now surrounded by 3 orcs. There are vines popping up all around.
All right, so can I attack now?
Yes, you don't get your 3rd attack, but you get your
but
base
I still
attack.
get my normal 2?
Yep, your normal 2.
That's perfect. All right, so rapier first, and I'm gonna roll it at advantage.
Nat 20. Nat 20. Come on, Nat 20.
At 20.
It's really out.
Come on, Natty.
That's 23 to hit.
That is a hit. And are you attacking the one in front? So there are 3 right around. You see one on the side that has a giant spear. He stands almost 7 feet tall. The one in front of you is pale. He's got a sword. He seems to be shouting some kind of order.
I want to attack the one to my left, I think.
All right, the small one to your left.
Yes.
All right. This is the one, by the way, so you can see what he looks like. The one to your right is green with a spear. The one in front of you looks like this. He has a massive axe, a bone jaw handle. He seems to be some kind of leader. He shouts, All right, so you roll your second attack.
All right, so my dagger. Okay, come on. That's a 23. 23 as well.
Both are hits. Roll damage, please.
Whew, okay. Oh wait. Well, it doesn't matter, but I forgot to add my Shorewin things. But okay, so 1d6 on my first. Okay, that's 8 points of damage from the rapier, and
all right.
for the dagger. Oh, that's 8 points of damage as well. That rolled really well.
Okay, wow. All right, so 16 total?
Yeah.
All right, tell me what that looks like.
Oh,
Ooh.
right. Millie in a blur of just green and gold and flashing blades, just it looks like kind of a whirlwind and just takes this guy apart.
All right, as you do this, you slice him, your rapier, your dagger. He dies in a gurgle of blood. You do take 2 attacks of opportunity from the 2 beside you as you stream past them.
Hold on. I have a thing.
You have a thing? All right, let me hear your thing.
Hey, drunken heretic, do you even lift, bro? Let's go!
Okay, so I'm going to.
Tim said, drop 50 for fire effect, target 40 orcs on fortified position, danger close, white phosphorus.
I'm going to use my dodging panache against one of the attacks at least.
Okay, all right. So roll your d20 for the dodging panache. This will be the one with the spear.
Okay. That's a 15 on the die, and then I add I get a dodge bonus equal to my charisma modifier, which is +3 to my AC.
All right, so 18. Yeah, and that's right, Mark views. She was slicing hibachi style. So, Millie, the one with the spear, he came at you. As you rushed forward in your hasted mode, you actually swung your rapier down. You knocked the spear away.
All right.
Before you sliced the orc. The other one, which was this one, he comes at you with this massive axe. And you are too quick. You actually spun away from it as the axe swishes through the air and misses you. That was a 2 on the die for me. And utter miss. Okay, so now the gnomes. Gimbal. You have Foxy. She walks up to you. Fireball now!
Wait, if you can only do it once, wait for the barrel to break.
Okay. You have Jinzik then holds up his hand here, and wait, let me pull the camera back on this side. Switching back and forth. Actually, I could have pulled up my wide camera angle, but I'll just do this one for now.
Oh, I'm sorry. To Foxy, can he instruct her though at the same time and like come up the tree?
She shrugs and runs toward the tree. She starts climbing. Nimzik, you see missiles fly from his hand up toward the orc here on this parapet, and not great rolls. 3 missiles fire into him. You hear a sizzle and a burning. The orc utters a curse, but still stands atop the parapet with his bow. You have then Nimin rushes toward Shorewind, and he reaches up, grabs onto the haunches of Winston. As he touches Winston, you feel a surge of energy go through you. You now have a weapon spell. You have an automatic 20 on your next attack roll. He has given you that with his spell. So you have an automatic 20. Now you still have to roll to confirm for crit, but your next attack will hit no matter what. And we go now to initiative as the remainder of the orcs rush forward. Thank you, Phantom. Is that for the DM? Oh no, for Lilith. Hey, by the way, for any of our viewers, you don't know, every 100 bits, you can give advantage or disadvantage to the DM or to the players for every 100 bits. So one advantage is 100 bits, or 100 bits can be a disadvantage. Either way. All right. DM has a 4.
3. 6s ran out.
All right. So, Lilith, as you are standing there, you see this orc. He now trains his bow at you. This orc right here, hang on. He trains his bow at you. Knocking over walls, hang on. I'm actually going to put him here, and I'll turn the camera view so you can see him. That's a 19 on the die, that's a hit. And that is a miss. You take an arrow for 6 points of damage. as it thunks into you. These two still firing. They are now aiming at Shorewind. Shorewind, 4 arrows come your way. Remind me of your armor class, please.
It is. Sorry.
No worries.
Where is it? It is 17.
Oh, Tim, that's a good point. I might have. Yes, all right, so 17. That first one's a miss. It glances off your armor. Another one slides, hits your cape, pierces your cape, but does no damage. The other one fires. An arrow actually hits you, catches you as you're rushing through, right underneath the left arm. That's the only arrow that hits you. You take 2 points of damage. All right, now the bigger challenge, Millie.
Right.
You are surrounded now by 3, having rushed through the gates. Pardon me, 2, because like 1 is dead. There's 1 writhing on the ground here. Oh, DM gets an advantage, and Gimbal gets an advantage. Thank you, Proto Woot. Let me mark that down here for myself. Thank you very much. You see these have rushed forward. So you have 1, 2, 3, and then this one. Let me pull back here so you can see. This one rushed forward out of a tent, and you see he holds something up and begins chanting. As he does so, the 2 right in front of you can attack. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, disadvantage. Players shouldn't be able to do that. I'll let that happen, but I may change that in the future. But for now, all right. So the 2 in front of you, the one orc.
Return parry and riposte.
Oh, all right. So this orc, he attacks twice. Go ahead and roll on the first. Your parry and riposte.
That's a natural 20.
All right. So you smack his blade away. Go ahead and roll again for me, please.
All right. It's a 13 on the die.
He almost loses his grip. You smack the blade away. He loses his second attack with that nat 20 on your parry and riposte. He almost drops the axe. He grips it, comes back.
And I respond to him in Orcish. Is that any way to speak to a lady?
The other one attacks. Oh, that is a hit. Nat 17 on the die. That is a miss. You feel this large one behind you with the spear. He's powerful. He drives the spear. You feel it catch you in the back as you are attacking. Oh, you take 14 points of damage. You feel the spear penetrate. It catches the muscle in the back, kind of lower part of your back. You cannot help but let out a cry. And you see other orcs descending upon you. These orcs turn on the parapet. This one rushes forward. So you now have a good crew around you, and we will go to the party. Gibble, you are atop the tree looking over the parapet. What do you do?
How many orcs are there? 2 of them up there?
No, so yes, so there are 2. Let me pull this up so you can see a little bit better. It's getting a little bit crowded here as you have lots of folks in combat. Focus. All right, so Gibble, you're here. There are 2 orcs atop the parapet. They're both firing at Winston. You see Millie is in the midst of combat, and orcs are descending on her.
John, did all those orcs that just ran toward me go through Lilith's entangling vines?
The one that was at the front, he's getting there. The other 2 are not close enough yet. So this one here, he is running into the vines. These guys are still behind the vines.
Okay.
Gimbal, what do you do?
So with all the practice that Gimbal has had climbing Brim, is he close enough to be able to hop over the fence and crawl up the back of the orc closest to him?
Yes.
Okay. He wants, and then am I close enough to still do a simple action, pulling out an item?
Yeah, you climb the tree. You're only about 10 feet away, and he has not seen you here. So let me grab the angle here and zoom in a bit better so you can see it. So you are here. Let me get the focus right. So you are here. You can run along this wall. This orc here is firing at Winston. He has not seen you.
Perfect. So, and I sent you a big message. It's nothing to read right now, but I did send you a bunch of stuff, John.
Okay.
Gimbal will do just that. He wants to get onto the parapet, run, climb up the back of the orc. Do I got to make a check to do that?
Yeah, go ahead and roll a dex check. So what? Tell me what you're doing and I'll know what to do. So you're going to climb up his back.
Yep, he's going to climb up the orc, pull out the barrel, slip it into the mouth, and shut his jaw on it.
Oh! Okay. All right, so I'm going to have you do two things. So we're going to do an old school dex check. So I need you to roll under your dexterity. What's your dex?
I'm going to say it's a 20.
Mm-hmm. You have a 20 dex?
No,
I don't think so.
My dex is
Finish him!
16.
That's right, Mark. 16. All right, so you need to roll a 16 or lower.
Okay, so I'm going to use an advantage.
All right, so it'll be the lower of the two.
Thank goodness I got a 14 and a 19.
Ooh, so close. You scrabble up his back, your foot slips. You manage to actually grab on his shoulder. Now I need you to roll to hit. You're trying to get this in his mouth. So you manage to scrabble up his back. Now you're rolling to hit. Erase those advantages, please.
Yep, and I got a natural 20 on that.
No way! Did you really?
Yeah, I got a 5 and a 20.
Okay, all right. So now I need you to roll again for confirmation of a critical. I don't know what I'm going to do with a critical, but we'll figure it out.
Little tidbit is a 6'4" barrel, holds 5,000 liters, and weighs 11,000 pounds. That's what's going in his mouth.
Oh my gosh.
I'm rolling to...
Yeah, just roll a confirmation. So,
also using advantage on this. So I got a 13 on the die. Do I add anything?
Yeah, no, that's all. So you scale up a gimbal. It does exactly what you want. So I need you to describe what we see as this happens.
Absolutely.
Millie, your attention is caught. You see Gimbal off the corner of your eye, even as the orcs are stabbing at you, and you see
Gimbal. So he hops over the edge. He runs over to the orc, grabs up, practicing just like he does time after time after time with Grim, remembering those moments, remembering everything he's gone through, where he just came from. As he climbs up to the top after slipping, pulling the barrel out, popping it in his mouth and shutting the jaw, he'll lean into his ear and say, "From where I came, you now go." As he hops backwards and this 6-foot barrel expands in his mouth, hopefully crushing a portion of the parapet and whatever happens.
All right, so as this happens, here is what you see. First of all, you see a massive explosion of fire that burst all over, and suddenly the area now, which was getting to be dark, is lit with red fire. The wall collapses. Gimbal, you actually are hit by this because it explodes while you're on it. What? Go ahead.
Where's the fire come from?
The thing you threw down his throat. When you through down his throat,
just expands.
It hit. Yes. So with the way you threw it, it's like a crit. It hit stomach acid as it ignited, as it blows up. You see the wall utterly collapse. You see orc bodies fly. You see Gimbal blown off the wall. As this happens, Gimbal, you take...
Do I need to make a reflex save?
Go ahead, but you're right at the distance of the radius, so it's not going to be too bad on you, but go ahead. Gimbal, you take 18 points of damage as you fly off the wall. Then you take
24.
You take an additional 4 from falling. You fall inside. The wall is now collapsed. What was your roll, Millie?
24 on reflex save.
Yeah, okay. So you take half damage. You take 12 from that.
Wait, I took damage?
Yeah, from the blast. Also,
I'm if I took 12 points of damage, I'm at -7. I'm unconscious.
all right, so Millie falls unconscious to the ground. Let me roll for these orcs here. Hold on. Oh my gosh, not one. This orc is blown to smithereens, absolutely blasted into bits. This orc, a 5, also blasted into bits. This orc.
Low.
He leaps to the side. He's singed and burned. He screams in pain, but he still stands. Let me pull the cam over here so you guys can see better. You see Lilith's vines. This orc, he tries to run through them. He's actually wrapped up. He's holding a head in one hand. The vines wrap up around him and start to burn. This one is right next to Millie. He's also going to have to make a save. He fails.
Yes.
He is blasted. That damage 24 will kill him. This one is out of range. He stands over Millie. And we go now to Lilith. What do you do?
I didn't want to interrupt you, John.
Yeah, go ahead.
Gimbal is at -3.
-3. Gimbal falls to the ground, unconscious. Lilith, you can see this. You see Millie fall. You see Gimbal fall, but you see orcs blown to smithereens all over the fort. The blast of fire.
Is there an orc standing near me or no?
No, there's nothing near you. So you're outside here. Let me pull the camera back out here so you can see. You're outside the fort. You, Shorewin, and Brim are all standing right at the front of the gates. The fort is now on fire. You see the wall burst to flame here and fall. Gimbal and Millie are both inside.
I would like to rush to Millie, please.
All right.
Can I get to her and cast a spell, or no? I'm too far away.
So let's see. You are this round getting inside the gates. You can rush past Brim. You can't cast, but you get to her. So you rush up to Millie. Brim, what are you doing?
Sorry.
Oh, I would just say I would call for action as well as I rush in.
I'm coming! Ashrin runs forward as well and runs into the fort.
I'd like to move into the gates. And then what can I see? Sorry.
All right, so no, that's fine. So as you step into the gates, you see Millie lying on the ground unconscious. You see Lilith standing over her. You see Ashrin running to her. There are bits of orc bodies everywhere. You do see one orc with a spear. Let me pull this camera back in here. An orc with a spear has turned right towards you as you rush in.
Okay. I'll freak. Because I don't believe I saw Gimbal fall.
No, you didn't.
I just saw the explosion.
No, you saw the explosion. There was a burst of flame and smoke. You did not see where Gimbal was. As you rushed in, you saw Millie on the ground, and you saw this orc rushing at you with a spear. This one right here.
Yep. I'd like to get in close with him and see if I can go a bit to the left, just in case I can swing at the other one. If that's possible, and I'd like to use advantage to swing at this dude.
All right, roll to hit.
That is a natural 17 plus 10.
That's a hit.
And that will be, I'm doubting, but is he bigger than me?
No, he's definitely not bigger than you.
That's disappointing. Oh, snap!
It doesn't matter.
Okay, so that's going to be, and we have plus 1 to damage. So that's going to be 16 damage.
16. Ooh. All right, your axe comes down. You cleave You pull a huge part of his shoulder. You shear it from the bone. He lets out a cry. You see one arm goes limp. He staggers holding his spear, still trying to attack, but he's almost dead. Shorewind, what are you doing?
So Mounted gonna come into the keep and take a quick look at the surroundings. I'm assuming I noticed the same things that Brim did.
Yeah, you see all the same things. Yes. You and Winston come charging in. You see Brim shear the shoulder off of this orc. You see Lilith and Ash leading over Millie. You see several other orcs, by the way. Here, there are also vines crawling up from the ground.
Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and charge with my lance at the one that Brim took a giant piece out of.
All right, roll to hit.
I don't need to; it automatically hits with a 20.
Oh, that's right. So roll for a crit.
Yeah.
Roll to confirm.
Crit.
Finish him.
7.
All right, so you hit. No crit. Roll damage.
One from your
And this is because it's with a lance. It is doubled.
That's right. You got your cavalier right, sir.
Yes. So we're doing 12 total damage.
All right. So you see Brim slice off the shoulder. The orc staggers. He pulls his spear up with one hand. You catch him right in the chest. You pick him up off the ground. You drive your lance through him and carry him. He dies, spurting blood all around. Who has not gone this round? I've got the gnomes, Asher, and Ram. But any players? Yeah, any players haven't gone. Everyone's gone, right?
Yeah,
all right.
all the players have
All right, so
I can't do anything.
Asherin has rushed forward. She lays hands on Millie.
All right.
Millie, you feel a healing spell. Ooh. 13 points
Oh, bless.
of healing come back to you. You feel the charge of divine energy come from her hands. The other gnomes rush over the gate that has fallen now with the explosion. One of them rushes up to Gimbal. Nimin shoves a potion down your throat. You get 6 hit points back.
Quick question, because I was -3, am I at 3 or 6?
Yeah, you're at 3. Yeah, I couldn't remember if you were at the or the -3. So go ahead, Millie.
I have a question. Do I lose my haste because I was unconscious?
Yes, your haste is gone.
I'm no
Good
longer
question.
hasted.
Yes, exactly. All right.
Does that
so
also mean I lose the effects of the lion's call?
I'm sorry. What's that?
Do I also lose the effects of the lion's call?
Ooh, good question. I'm gonna say only if Shorewind can't give us another call.
Oh, I can give another call. You want it now?
I want to hear it now. Yes.
Okay, so I see Millie rise back up from the healing, and immediately I shout, "Friends, as you see, we may go down. They may take us with their weapons, with their spears, with their arrows, but we are stronger than they will ever be. We are strong enough to finish these orcs."
As he shouts this, Millie, you feel, all of you get the resurgence of energy. And then from the corner of your eye, you see emerging from the tent where the blue energy came earlier. You see the same red robe mage that you had met inside the moat house. The one that attacked and struck you and then vanished inside the moat house. The one that actually attacked you, Millie, beside the welcome wench inside of Hump. He actually emerges. He holds up his staff. As he holds up his staff, you see a bright white light shines into the sky. The remaining gnomes have rushed over the wall. Asherin, sorry, go ahead, Millie. You want to say something?
Nope, I'm just saying, here comes the dragon.
Asherin, she has healed you. Now Rayam fires 2 more arrows at this one on the wall. And not as good this time. One arrow does hit. Funks into this orc, who now trains his bow at and we go to initiative. Next round.
So it goes to Lilithan.
That's right. Lilith is up. DM has a 2.
Come on.
3.
Yes.
A 3. Okay. So back to the scene here. So Shorewind, you have just run through. Your horse Winston prances through the vines on the ground. You are now face to face with this orc that holds up a head as he's casting a spell.
All right, so I'm going to attack him with my pike.
All right, so you drop your lance.
Yeah, I want to use my lance.
Oh, okay. So your lance.
Am I too close? Am I too close for that?
Well, no. Yeah. Well, you lost your charge, and your lance has an orc at the end of it. There's an orc dangling from the end of your lance.
All right. So
here, let me.
We're gonna then grab my sword and shield.
All right, let me see if I can get this to work here. You've got there we go. Good. All right, so you have an orc dangling from the end of your. So you drop your lance.
Yeah. So I drop my lance.
All right, now atop your horse. Attack.
All right. So I'm gonna attack with advantage. I'm running out of these, but I need them. And that is a 24.
That's a hit.
Alright.
You hew down with your sword. Roll damage.
And that's gonna be this right here. Oh, that's terrible. 6 points of damage.
Alright, so I gotta make a concentration check now on his spell. Oh, and he makes it. 19 on the die. Alright. Now we go to Brim. Brim, you see this. There are bodies all around you. You see Ash raises up Millie from the ground. Orcs are descending from all around. You see the human coming out of the tent there. You also see there's still an orc firing arrows now atop this central palisade.
Okay, question. Do I see the human shine the light towards the sky?
Yeah, you saw him hold this guy here. He held his light up, and there's a beacon that shot into the sky.
I'm going to yell out, because I forgot the name of the gnome that said that they would help me, translate.
That's Jinzik.
Jinzik?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to yell out, going to the closest orc to me, and still being able to get a swing in. Just, I want to keep moving and keep hewing down these different creatures. Just,
Jinzik, to me!
Coming, Brim. You see this gnome? Rushing up.
Compliment.
Rushing up towards you. Oh! Roll to hit, please. So you are engaged with this orc here, the tall one with the sword.
Okay. I'm not using advantage. Ooh, that'll be a 15 to hit.
Just misses. Scrapes off the side. He's got a plate of armor on his shoulder,
Is that
a pauldron.
plus your bless
It
and
scrapes
your
off.
life?
That's plus my bless. That's a plus
And the
10.
lion's call.
And the lion's call?
I rolled a 5.
Oh.
It's a plus 10.
So barely misses. Strikes against his shoulder. We're going to go now to Lilith.
What's near me?
So you have Millie standing right next to you. You see this gnome charging past you, running toward Brim. There are orcs on the ground, blown to bits. There is an orc here that is rushing towards you. There are two here that are rushing toward Brim, and there is one atop this palisade here, plus 4 on these back walls that are now firing arrows, and the mage here.
Whatever is closest within melee range for me.
All right, so you step forward to this orc here. You can attack.
Okay. I'll attack with advantage.
Okay. Yeah, that's right, Celtic board.
19?
That's a hit.
Yeah, okay. And with my staff, so 2d6. 12 plus 12, 13, 14.
Wait, so you rolled 2d6 and you rolled 2 6s?
I rolled 2 6s, yeah.
All right. You rush forward on this orc. Tell me what it looks like.
Is Sherwin near me?
He's about 15, 20 feet away.
Can he hear me?
Yeah, for sure.
I'll look at Sherwin and be like, this is why they call me the Nutcracker, and like take my staff and like just come up right between his legs.
All right, Lilith, you come up. You literally feel his pelvis crack. You feel the crushing of all of his privies. He lets out the most blood-curdling cry. Blood spurts out of his mouth. And he falls over dead. Gimbal, you're now disoriented. You've come conscious again. You stand up. You see fire blazing all around you. There's combat on all sides.
So just so I can get an understanding of the scenery, the wall that I blew up on, that's on fire.
Yeah, this is on fire, and there's fire back here at the back. Sorry, let me turn this. Back here in the back as well. You see these orcs are starting to jump off the palisade because it's on fire.
Perfect. And our fires from that we lit back there, are they still expanding?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, so all this is on fire.
That's why that's on fire.
Yeah, that's why they're jumping off, because this is all on fire. So there is red and fire everywhere. Oh, Celtic board!
Yay!
Advantage for every player.
Bless you.
Bless you.
As this is all happening,
Okay. So this is intense.
you hear.
Back wall is on fire.
Yeah, everything's
Front wall
on
that blew
fire.
up is on fire.
And you hear.
The tower's on fire. And that thing's bringing fire.
It's an inferno.
You lit this place, it's on fire.
This
So-
board is on fire.
You see a red dragon
Of course we do.
with Stor Gajol atop it, descending toward the fort, apparently responding to that beacon, which was correctly called, I think, by Millie or Lilith. I think
That guy
Millie.
needs to die.
And as he descends down toward the fort, the flutter of dust, the wings of the dragon, striking utter chaos all around. You see bits of dust and rock and wood flying around, the trees battened down with these wings. Even though it's still an immature dragon, it's not a full-size dragon, it's still massive. And as it does this, it blows wind and dirt everywhere and lands right in the middle of the fort. And that is where we will stop for tonight.
I didn't get to go.
I know. Your attacks are still all good. So this is kind of simultaneous action. So the only ones that went were Brim, Gimbal, and Shorewin, right? So
I have not gone yet.
Oh, Gimbal, you didn't go. So we still have
It was
Gimbal.
just
my turn.
me. Yeah.
All right, yeah. So Gimbal and Millie and all the gnomes and Rayam and Ashrin still have their attack this round. So we'll save that for next time. But yes, this dragon has now dropped right down into the middle. So we're sitting at 56. We got so close to 60, but we didn't quite hit 60 tonight that I saw. So unless we hit it in the next couple of minutes, it'll just be the dice tray giveaway tonight. And I should actually launch that earlier. My bad. Yes, we're all panicking. I don't know what's going to happen from here, but really, really good session tonight. Well done, all.
I'm getting the poll started.
All right, so we're going to start our poll for our stream MVP, and then we're going to give away this Dragon Crap Guild dice tray tonight. This gorgeous guy with the D20, really cool dice tray. You want this guaranteed to roll more nat 20s, except not really. The call only to, so good question, Biomorph. It was already on the way. So the dragon was in proximity, and the mage had the ability to do a call which then immediately brought the dragon. So it was not far away. It was roaming around the area. There was no scouting that was done, no looking to the skies beyond. The party never referenced any of that, so they didn't see where the dragon might have been, but it was in close proximity. Not right there in the fort, and the call brought it there. All right, so what is the command? Okay, so the giveaway, hang on here, let me do it real quick. Nightbot and keyword, and let's do all right, so exclamation point DCG.
That doesn't work. It brings up their information.
Oh, of course it does. All right,
anything
so let's
that has the names in it is probably not
all right, I didn't know if you had Dragon Crafting Guild, so that's why I tried DCG. So let's do Dice Tray. So Dice Tray is the giveaway word. So type DICETRAY, all one word, Dice Tray, exclamation point, Dice Tray. And as soon as you start popping that in, okay, I see Krenzlin. Let me make sure that popped up. Yep. Good, good, good. They're popping up. I see them happening in the chat. All right. Why should you be Stream MVP? Let's start with Vivi, because I know she's got to go pretty quick. Vivi, why should Lilith be Stream MVP?
For turning Gimble's rock, very prized possession after Gimble died, into totems for her group, her now clan, and ripping up her dress, her very nice dress, and also that cracking. That's always good, you know.
No, that was really good. Like all of that. I love the talismans, the wayward bolts.
Yes,
that was fantastic.
And sharing a bit of her backstory and where she comes from and stuff like that.
Bravo, bravo. All right, hit exclamation point Dice Tray for the giveaway, and we're going to get ready for our Stream MVP vote in a second. Let's go to Gimble. Why should you be Stream MVP?
Well, I should be Stream MVP because I climbed a tree, up the wall, climbed the back of an orc, and told him to go where I just came from. And
kaboom!
Popped a barrel.
Yeah, you slew what? 6 orcs, I think?
Yeah, it was something like 6 orcs and maybe an ally and a whole lot of fire.
It was effective. It was powerful.
I definitely didn't see that coming. I didn't know that was awesome. So yeah.
It was epic. All right, Shorewin, why should you be Stream MVP? Pop with the orc.
Tonight I gave a little more backstory about Githa, my half-orc sister, who I have not seen for some time. I did 2 Lion's Call to really boost the party. I managed to put a pike through an orc, of course, and I allowed Winston to begin his Instagram journey.
Bravo. All right, let's go to Josh. Why should Brim be Stream MVP?
Brim should be Stream MVP because she was able to do what Winston could not.
Ooh, open those doors.
Oh,
is that it? That's good. All right.
Lilith is coming after you.
Yeah. All right, Millie, why should you be Stream MVP?
Well, Millie should be Stream MVP because let's see, I did I spoke in Elvish to Lilith and told her that we were sisters, not in blood, but in joined paths. Also,
Lilith forever.
Also, the little RP telling the Cavalier not to die, and then helping to light all the fires around the fort with the gnomes. Being
oh yes, Hibachi style orc.
Being very much Millie and wanting to be the first one through the gates into combat. That is who she is. And taking out one of the orcs in the process and being absolutely appalled at the way that orc spoke to her and told him so in Orcish. Yes. So yes, that is why Millie should be MVP.
All right. So can you start the poll? And I love Mark views.
started.
Yes, she did hibachi style the orc for sure.
I do
all right.
feel like Gimble's barrel was the onion volcano. Just to be fair.
Yes. Gimbal, that again.
To be fair, I feel like that's the onion volcano.
Rory continues to provide some of the most creative applications for spells I have ever seen. I'm really fearing as he gets higher level what he's going to do with these higher level spells, because he is super creative, probably more than any magic user I've ever had in a campaign. So well done to Rory. All right, stream is up. You can vote for stream MVP. That's 500 extra experience points. Now you guys got to track those. I give you my base XP. You track your MVP votes, and that's going to be 500 extra for whoever gets it tonight. Now, let's kick off. We're going to have. So Lilith, I'm guessing you got to go here real quick. So
yeah.
We'll just do 4 giveaways, and then we'll roll for it. So the first is Kiegia. So you're going to take that, Terry. You've got right. Kiegia. Next is Lexfire. Ooh, Lexfire, thank you. You got Lexfire. And I had a good talk with him today. Great follower. So glad to have him with us. Machik. All right, so Josh, you're going to take Terry. You've got Machik. And then last but not least, Ajax 27. So the way we do it here on Blue Box, that's going to be Evelyn's. Well, we're going to roll D20s. If you're a sub, you get 2. So I think everyone. See, Ajax is a follower, not a sub. Kiegia.
What, Machik's not a...
Machik's a sub.
I said Ajax. I meant Ajax. I meant Ajax. Did I say Machik? I'm sorry. I meant Ajax. Ajax is a follower, not a sub, so that's 1 die.
Got him.
All right, and then Kiegia, I believe, is a follower, right? Not a sub. Is that right?
Oh, Kiegia's a sub.
Kiegia's a sub. All right, good. And then the other 2, Lexfire is...
He's a sub.
Sub. And then, all right, Machik. All right, so everybody but Ajax is a sub. All right, let's start with you, Terry.
All right, rolling for Kiegia. Here we go, Kiegia. I got you.
Kiegia, you're a sub. You got 2 dice.
Nat 20.
Oh my gosh, this is BS.
Oh, for real?
You're supposed to do that in the game, Terry.
Yeah. Where's your nat 20s in game?
Yeah, I want to see it. Put the camera on. We got to see it.
I haven't touched anything. I just got to get my mouse over here because
always roll nat 20s for the giveaway.
Oh, I turned my video off. That's the wrong thing.
Don't do that.
It's my webcam right there. Okay, there we go. Okay, here we go.
All right, here, let me go the full player view so you can see it.
20
and there it is. All right. So, Kiegia, you got a nat 20 going for you, but that's not over. Someone else can get the nat 20 and then we'll have a roll up. Let's go to you, Rory.
I gotta go.
Bye.
Bye.
Love you.
I'll cue your cam so you don't have to.
Okay, thank you.
You bet.
I have a nat 16.
Okay, 16 does not get it. Let's go to Josh.
Here we go, Machik. Here we go. That's a natural 17.
That's MVP.
And a natural 4.
Okay. Oh, Lilith, you got stream MVP before you leave.
Woohoo! Lilith,
she's got her mic off.
Headphones
Everybody
off.
wave at her. Wave at her.
Lilith.
Wave at her. Audio. You won stream MVP. You won stream MVP. Hey!
Thank you guys.
All right.
I was like, why is everybody waving at me? I'm like, is something happening or was just sure what's happening?
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. What a nice send off to work. Thanks, guys.
You bet. Bye-bye. All right.
Guys.
So then now let's go.
I have Ajax.
Let's go to you, Evelyn.
Let's see if I can do it.
We need a nat 20 here.
You're not beating Kiegia.
Nope, that's a 5.
A 5, okay. And then Josh, did you already go?
Yeah, I did.
All right, so everybody's gone. So the winner is
Kiega.
Kiega! Congratulations! So Kiega, please send me on Twitch or in Discord. Can you pop our Discord creds in there, Evelyn?
I will do that real quick.
Everybody should follow our Discord. We have fun chat in there. We continue the Greyhawk Awakening stuff all through the week. I am so grateful to all of you. Great chat today. Our mad chatters are always the best. We had a great night. and we'll continue the chat on Discord. We have player character in character chat. We have announcements. We have all kinds of fun stuff that happen inside that Discord. And so please make sure to follow us. And congrats to our winner, Kiega. Also, congrats to Vivi/Lilith for the big win. And now we're going to kind of kill this and go to a quick post-stream chat before we do a raid. So let me stop the music. And boom. Okay. So players and viewers, we're doing a quick fireside chat here. We'll just take 2 or 3 minutes. Any questions, comments? We'll answer questions from the viewers as well on what happened tonight. Thank you, Wiley Hobbit. Thank you, Bloodwild, Lexfire, Kiega.
Oh man, that was fun.
That was
Said yet.
Next episode, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, next week's gonna be
Yeah, Gimbal dies again.
Yeah.
guys
Hey,
can't-
could we
Emily
do
dies.
like the whole Twitch chat, or not Twitch chat, the whole Discord chat? Could it just be the role play between Brim and the Dragon? You know, like, talk him down for a second, like, hey.
Hey,
you
thank
doing?
you, Tim. You should be scared for them, Tim. Your crit tables, they were lucky. No one critted them, but they did have a crit on those crit tables, and they are nasty. They're going to be so much fun for us to use. So let's see. So you're going to rush forward to talk to the dragon, right?
We'll see. This is a big dragon in front of me.
All right.
You know how when you say, like, oh, I'll jump off the cliff with you guys when we get there, and then you get there, and you're like, that's a cliff with spears at the bottom. Why are we doing this?
I'm sorry, that sounds like really fun, and I would totally do that.
Spears at the bottom.
It's Millie we're talking about here, dear.
Spears. Okay.
Yeah.
She would like find a way to try to like swing off the spears and.
No, and thank you all of our great comments from Tim. Mark views. I'm glad this was the first time watching the stream. Wow, I didn't realize that. Thank you so much for watching today, and please, come back. All of our previous streams. This is session 13 of this campaign. They're all on YouTube, and I think we need to do a summary video here pretty
that
soon.
reminds me.
So we'll do like a wrap up of the first 13 sessions here very soon. Bye, Atris. Thank you so much for the minis. Great job. Yes, Beast to Beast. Steve, Wild, 888. Thank you so much. I'm glad you enjoyed. Dirty Davy. I don't know if I've seen you in chat before. I probably missed it, but thank you so much. That was a lot of fun. Anybody have any questions before we go? We're going to do a raid here in a second, but any other comments from the players or questions or comments from our stream?
I just want to say Winston is becoming active on both Instagram and Twitter. Please follow along on his adventures. He hasn't gotten into TikTok yet.
That's the
we're
command if
discussing
you're
it.
interested.
Yeah,
You gotta get him into TikTok. Everyone's gonna love him.
I know.
If you're interested.
I just...
I gotta admit, it was amazing seeing everyone's face when Gimbal described that he was gonna shove it in his mouth.
That was so epic. That was so epic. I felt like it deserved.
Really impressed.
For a moment.
I felt like it deserved an epic action from it. That was fantastic. And then Nat 20 on shoving it down his throat. That was unbelievable. All right, so Steve wants to know what the meaning of life is.
42.
42, yeah.
That's the answer.
That's it. That's it. 42.
It's for the last 20 years, as far as I've known.
Yeah.
So far, we love the new crit tables. They're working beautifully in our favor.
In our favor.
Well, kind of. It really didn't help me there. I really.
No, it did because it made it more epic. It was so glorious. I mean, really, that was.
I kind of envisioned it like he was on his shoulder, pops the thing in, and then like a swan falls backward with his foot, like kicking the jaw, and then body just.
Yeah, that's what I saw.
Slow motion in your head.
Just bits of orc everywhere.
And then that's a Gimbal. He's like, oh, there's my spleen.
Exactly.
I mean, I
See
did
Millie
that
just wiping face, like orc arm off her face.
No, that's.
You finally make a coat of arms for the group.
You know, Josh, as much as we both envisioned that, that's really what happened. But you know when the action star walks out with the explosion behind him? That's all it was. I was just too close.
Yeah.
Millie still got the orc on her face. Just a whole lot of explosion, too.
The mad chatters are on fire tonight. They're just killing it in the chat.
And now I have a hole in my coat, which makes me really mad.
You just look hot.
Oh, the fire!
All right, so quickly, before I raid, we have one question. If you're not following us yet and you've liked the stream, we've got lots of chats, so you like the stream, thank you so much. Or you're following and you haven't given us a sub, our only question for you is, what are you doing? Come on, give us a sub. Now, is Will live tonight? Because I don't see him up when I'm doing my raid. Does anybody else see Will? Normally Jay tells me if he's up, or somebody else might tell me if Will's up. I'm not seeing him up. I do see Carlos from Castle Entertainment is up. No, he's not on. All right, thank you, Bill. Okay, appreciate that. All right, so we're going to raid Carlos. Carlos Lysing, Castle Entertainment, huge friend of the community. His module is what I'm running for virtual Greyhawk Con on October 2nd. If you have not signed up, players, viewers, please, can you drop those creds one more time, Evelyn?
Yes, Virtual Greyhawk Con, you get it.
Click that. You've got to go in. You've got to sign up under Blue. But this is a matter of pride because I've got other channel or other shows that have more people signed up than mine, and that really ticks me off. I'm super competitive. So please, please, please go in there, sign up. So Jay will actually respond to me this week and say, John, you're killing it, instead of telling me the 4 shows that have more viewers than I do signed up for the stream, because that is bugging the fire out of me. All right, so we're going to raid Carlos Lysing here. Thank you so much to all of our viewers. Thank you to all of our players. Fantastic night. Thank you, Lexfire. Yes, Jay, that's exactly right. I am competitive. You know how to get to me. And what a great, great night tonight. We are ready to raid now. This is Blue Box signing out. Watch us, by the way, tomorrow, Lore Masters Arcanum. Tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Central Time. Mm-hmm. I forget what we have coming, but it's going to be good. It'll be a good night tomorrow, 6 p.m. Central Time. And Blue Box signing out. Thanks, everybody. Hi, Carlos. Rating now. All right, so what did we raid with there?
38.